Welcome to this video, covering a Canadian citizenship test practice. Question 1. What does mobility rights mean? The options are being able to use any mobile phone service, live and work anywhere in Canada, live and fish anywhere in Canada, or play hockey anywhere in Canada. The correct answer is B, being able to live and work anywhere in Canada. Mobility rights mean Canadians can live and work anywhere they choose in Canada, enter and leave the country freely, and apply for a passport. Question 2. Which of the following are responsibilities of Canadian citizens? A. Protecting the Canadian environment and voting in elections. B. Obeying the law, finding work in the government, and serving in the Canadian Army. C. Serving in the Canadian Army, obeying the law, and taking responsibility for oneself and one's family. D. Obeying the law, serving on a jury, voting in elections, and helping others in the community. The correct answer is D. Obeying the law, serving on a jury, voting in elections, and helping others in the community. These are essential responsibilities of Canadian citizenship. Question 3. Which legal documents protect the rights of Canadians regarding official languages? A. Canada Constitution and Official Languages Act. B. Canadian Constitution and Official Languages Act. C. Canadian Languages Act. D. Canadian Official Languages Act. The answer is B. Canadian Constitution and Official Languages Act. The Charter summarizes fundamental freedoms, including official language rights. Question 4. Which of the following is a non-Canadian not allowed to do? A. Leave the country at will. B. Contact their Member of Parliament, MP. C. Take the Canadian Citizenship Test. D. Vote in federal and provincial elections. The correct answer is D. Vote in federal and provincial elections. Only Canadian citizens can vote in federal and provincial elections. Question 5. Who has the right to enter and leave Canada freely? A. Prisoners. B. Members of the Commonwealth. C. Canadian citizens. D. Job seekers. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Mobility rights mean Canadians can enter and leave the country freely. Question 6. Who has the right to apply for a Canadian passport? A. Prisoners. B. Canadian citizens. C. Members of the Commonwealth. D. Permanent residents who are job seekers. The correct option is B. Canadian citizens. Mobility rights include the right of Canadians to apply for a passport. Question 7. When was the Magna Carta signed? A. 1649. B. 1215. C. 1425. D. 1615. The Magna Carta, also known as the Great Charter of Freedoms, was signed in England in B. 1215. Question 8. What right is included in the Great Charter of Freedoms? A. Aboriginal people's rights. B. Employment rights. C. Freedom of conscience and religion. D. Freedom from taxes. The answer is C. Freedom of conscience and religion is one of the rights included in the Great Charter of Freedoms. Question 9. What does habeas corpus mean? A. The right to live and work anywhere in Canada. B. The right to peaceful assembly. C. The right to speak freely. D. The right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. The correct answer is D. Habeas corpus is the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. Question 10. When was the Constitution of Canada amended to include the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. 1902. B. 1859. C. 1982. D. 1949. The Constitution of Canada was amended in C. 1982 to entrench the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Question 11. Who proclaimed the amended Constitution of Canada in 1982? A. The Senate. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. The people of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The correct answer is B. Queen Elizabeth II proclaimed the amended Constitution in Ottawa in 1982. Question 12. What are the two principles upon which Canada is founded? A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. B. The supremacy of God and freedom of speech. C. The supremacy of law and the rule of God. D. Mobility rights and the rule of law. The two principles are A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. Canada is founded upon principles that recognize both. Question 13. With which words does the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms begin? A. Canadian citizens have rights and responsibilities. B. O Canada, our home and native land. C. Canada is a free country and home of the brave. D. whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms begins with D, whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. Question 14. Who can freely enter and leave Canada without time constraints? A. Canadian citizens and landed immigrants. B. Commonwealth citizens. C. Canadian citizens. D. British citizens. The correct answer is C. Canadian citizens. Mobility rights ensure Canadians can enter and leave the country freely. Question 15. Which three rights are included in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. Freedom of expression rights, property rights, and fair trial rights. B. Mobility rights, Aboriginal peoples' rights, and official language rights. C. Aboriginal peoples' rights, voting rights, and official language rights. D. Employment rights, mobility rights, and freedom rights. The answer is B. Mobility rights, Aboriginal peoples' rights, and official language rights are included in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Question 16. Canadians work hard to respect A. Marxism. B. Pluralism. C. Capitalism. D. Individualism. The correct answer is B. Pluralism. Canadians respect pluralism and strive to live in harmony. Question 17. What is a fundamental characteristic of Canadian heritage and identity? A. Maple syrup. B. Multiculturalism. C. Habeas corpus. D. Hockey. The answer is B. Multiculturalism. It is a fundamental characteristic of Canadian heritage and identity. Question 18. When called upon, serving on a jury is A. Optional. B. A. Legal requirement. The final answer is B. A legal requirement. Serving on a jury is legally required when called to do so. Question 19 asks, there is no compulsory military service in Canada. Is this true or false? The options are A. True and B. False. The correct answer is A. True. There is no compulsory military service in Canada. Question 20. What is considered a noble way to contribute to Canada and an excellent career choice? A. Serve in the regular Canadian forces. B. Serve on a jury. C. Belong to a union. Or D. Learn both official languages. The correct answer is A. Serve in the regular Canadian forces. Serving in the regular Canadian forces, including the Navy, Army, and Air Force, is a noble contribution and an excellent career choice. Question 21. What is the Great Charter of Freedoms, also known as A. Habeas corpus. B. Dominion of Canada. C. Canadian Constitution. Or D. Magna Carta. The correct answer is D. Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215 in England, is also known as the Great Charter of Freedoms. Question 22. What part of the Constitution legally protects the basic rights and freedoms of Canadians? The options are A. The Canada Charter of Responsibilities. B. The Canada Charter of Rights and Freedoms. C. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Or D. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Free Will. The correct answer is C. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This charter was entrenched when the Constitution of Canada was amended in 1982. Question 23. When did the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms become part of the Constitution? A. 1892, B. 1872, C. 1982, or D. 1782. The correct answer is C. 1982. The Constitution of Canada was amended in 1982 to include the Charter. Question 24. Which legal document recognizes the cultural diversity of Canadians? A. British Charter of Freedoms. B. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Or C. The Multicultural Act of the United Nations. The correct answer is B. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The Charter summarizes fundamental freedoms and sets out additional rights, including multiculturalism. Question 25. What does official language rights and minority language educational rights mean? A. English is more important than French. B. French is more important in Quebec. C. All languages have equal status in Canada's government. Or D. French and English have equal status in Parliament and throughout the government. The correct answer is D. French and English have equal status in Parliament and throughout the government. Question 26. Which two fundamental freedoms are protected by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. Freedom of belief and freedom of religion. B. Equal employment rights and opportunities. C. basic living rights and obedience to laws, or D, Aboriginal peoples' rights and volunteering? The correct answer is A, freedom of belief and freedom of religion. These are part of the fundamental freedoms protected by the Charter, which also includes freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression. Question 27. Fatima is a new immigrant to Canada. Why is she allowed to choose any job, just like a man? A, because of equality between French and English. B, because she came from the United Kingdom. C, because of the equality of women and men in Canada. Or D, because she has a university degree. The correct answer is C, because of the equality of women and men in Canada. In Canada, men and women are equal under the law. Question 28. What does equality under the law mean? A, to be protected against any discrimination. B, to be discriminated against. C, to be like anyone else in Canada. Or D, to be the same as anywhere in the world. The correct answer is A, to be protected against any discrimination. Equality under the law means that men and women are equal under the law. Question 29. Which of the following is not a responsibility of Canadian citizens? A, learning to speak both official languages. B, voting in elections. C, obeying the law. Or D, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family. The correct answer is A, learning to speak both official languages. Responsibilities include obeying the law, voting, helping others, and protecting heritage and the environment. Question 30. Which is a fundamental characteristic of Canadian heritage and identity? A, multiculturalism. B, French culture. C, Canadian festivals. Or D, English culture. The correct answer is A, multiculturalism. Multiculturalism is a fundamental characteristic of the Canadian heritage and identity. Question 31. Which of the following best represents protecting and enjoying Canada's heritage and environment? A, government responsibilities. B, citizenship responsibilities and the laws of Canada. C, laws of Canada. Or D, citizenship responsibilities. The correct answer is B, citizenship responsibilities and the laws of Canada. Every citizen has a role to play in protecting and enjoying our heritage and environment. Question 32. Which of the following lists contains 4 rights that Canadians have? The options are provided in the video. The correct answer is B, the right to be educated in either official language, to vote, to apply for a Canadian passport, and to enter and leave Canada freely. These are covered under mobility rights and official language rights. Question 33. Where do the English and French have equal status in Canada? A, in the workplace. B, in schools. C, in the Parliament of Canada. Or D, at the City Hall. The correct answer is C, in the Parliament of Canada. French and English have equal status in Parliament and throughout the government. Question 34. Which statement best describes Canada's stance on barbaric cultural practices such as spousal abuse, forced marriage, honor killings, or female genital mutilation? The options are provided in the video. The correct answer is C. They are severely punished under Canada's criminal laws. Canada's openness does not extend to barbaric cultural practices, and those guilty of such crimes are severely punished. Question 35. A Canadian citizen has the right to enter, remain in, and blank Canada. A, not paying tax. B, disobey. C, leave. Or D, none of the above. The correct answer is C, leave. Canadians can enter and leave the country freely as part of their mobility rights. Question 36. A Canadian citizen has the right to earn a living and reside blank. A, in Ontario. B, in Quebec. C, in any province. Or D, in British Columbia. The correct answer is C, in any province. Canadians can live and work anywhere they choose in Canada, according to their mobility rights. Based on the official language rights and minority language educational rights, a Canadian citizen has the right to learn which language? The correct answer is D, a minority language. This is based on the official language rights and minority language educational rights. Question 38 asks, based on mobility rights, a Canadian citizen has the right to apply for what? The correct answer is C, a Canadian passport. Mobility rights allow Canadians to apply for a passport. Next, question 39. A Canadian citizen's duty is to blank Canadian law. The correct answer is A, obey. Obeying the law is a fundamental Canadian value and part of the rule of law. Question 40. A Canadian citizen's duty is to respect the rights of blank. The correct answer is D, all of the above. This includes others' freedom, caring for and protecting our heritage and environment, and respecting private and public property. Question 41. Canadians have rights and fundamental freedoms, such as which of the following? The answer is D, all of the above. This includes freedom of thought, belief, opinion and expression, and freedom of religion. Question 42. What are some of the rights and privileges of a Canadian citizen? The correct answer is D, all of the above. Rights and privileges include the right to be a candidate, the right to vote, and the right to enter, remain in, or leave Canada. Question 43 asks, how are your rights and freedoms protected? The answer is A, by the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The Charter was entrenched when the Constitution of Canada was amended in 1982. Question 44. Who has to follow Canadian laws? The correct answer is D, everyone. No person or group is above the law in Canada. Question 45. Which of the following is not one of the freedoms that Canadians enjoy? The answer is B, freedom of prejudice. Canadian freedoms include freedom of conscience and religion, thought, belief, opinion and expression, peaceful assembly and association. Moving to question 46. Getting a job, taking care of one's family, and working hard is a blank? The answer is B, responsibility. These actions are important Canadian values that demonstrate taking responsibility for oneself and one's family. Question 47. What is the, quote, right to challenge unlawful detention by the state, also known as? The correct answer is B, habeas corpus. This is the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. Question 48. Do you have to do military service in Canada as a citizen? The answer is B, false. There is no compulsory military service in Canada. Question 49. Why can men and women get the same education in Canada? The answer is A, because men and women are equal under the law in Canada. Equality under the law ensures equal rights and access for all citizens. Question 50. Which one is not an example of a crime in Canada? The answer is C, tax exemption. Honor killing, female genital mutilation, and gender-based violence are not tolerated in Canada and are considered criminal acts. Finally, question 51. Do English and French have equal status in Parliament and throughout the government? The answer is A, true. French and English have equal status in Parliament and throughout the government. Question 52. What will you promise when you take the oath of citizenship? The options are A, carry out responsibilities as a Canadian citizen. B, pledge allegiance to the Queen or King. C, promise to obey the Constitution of Canada. Or D, pledge loyalty to the Queen or King, observe the laws, and fulfill the duties of a Canadian. The correct answer is D, pledge loyalty to the Queen or King, observe the laws, and fulfill the duties of a Canadian. The oath includes swearing to faithfully observe the laws of Canada and fulfill your duties as a Canadian citizen. Question 53. To whom do we profess our loyalty in Canada? The options are A, the Canadian flag, B, a person who represents all Canadians, C, geopolitical entities, or D, the Canadian Constitution. The correct answer is B, a person who represents all Canadians. In Canada, loyalty is professed to a person who represents all Canadians and not to a document. Question 54. Who is the person who we make our oath to and represents all Canadians? The options are A, Queen Elizabeth II, B, Prime Minister, C, Governor General, or D, King Charles III. The correct answer is D, King Charles III. Our loyalty is professed to the person who represents all Canadians, currently King Charles III. Question 55 asks, who is exempt from the language requirement for Canadian citizenship? Is it A, anyone who does not live in a major city? B, anyone who does not want to take the test? C, any adult applicant who is 55 years of age or older? Or D, any adult applicant who is 55 years of age or younger? The correct answer is C, any adult applicant who is 55 years of age or older. Adult applicants 55 years of age and over do not need to write the citizenship test. Who are the Quebecers? A, the people of New Brunswick, B, the people of Quebec, C, the people of Nova Scotia, or D, the people of Ontario. The correct answer is B, Quebecers are the people of Quebec. Question 57. Where do the majority of Métis people live in Canada? A. Central Canada, B. The North, C. Prairie Provinces, or D. The Maritimes? The majority of the Métis, a distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry, live in the C. Prairie Provinces. Moving to question 58. Who are Francophones? A. People who speak French as their first language, B. People who come from France, C. People who are learning French, or D. People who speak French as their second language? The answer is A. Francophones are people who speak French as their first language. Question 59. Who are the Acadians? A. English-speaking refugees who settled in Ontario, B. Descendants of French colonists who settled in the Maritime Provinces beginning in 1604, C. People originally from the Acadia region in France, or D. People who primarily speak French as their second language. The correct option is B. The Acadians are descendants of French colonists who settled in the Maritimes starting in 1604. Question 60. Who are the Aboriginal peoples of Canada? A. The first settlers of Newfoundland, B. The first European settlers to arrive in Canada, C. The descendants of the first Australian immigrants to Canada, or D. The first inhabitants of Canada? The Aboriginal peoples are D. The first inhabitants of Canada, established before the Europeans arrived. Question 61. How have poets and songwriters described Canada? A. Peace, order, and good government, B. The great outdoors, C. The Great Dominion, or D. The land of the brave? The answer is C. Poets and songwriters have hailed Canada as the Great Dominion. Question 62. Who are Anglophones? A. People who were taught English at school, B. People who understand but do not speak English, C. People who do not speak English as a first language, or D. People who speak English as a first language? The correct choice is D. Anglophones are people who speak English as their first language. Question 63. Which group of Aboriginal peoples has the largest population in the Northwest Territories and Nunavut? A. Acadians, B. Métis, C. First Nations, or D. Inuit? The largest Aboriginal population in those areas are the D. Inuit, who live in small, scattered communities across the Arctic. Question 64. Who are the Métis? A. First Nations people who speak the Minisheef dialect, B. The distinct Aboriginal people of Atlantic Canada, C. A. Distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry, or D. People of mixed Inuit and First Nations ancestry? The answer is C. The Métis are a distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. Question 65. Which group of Aboriginal peoples has the largest population in Canada? A. Acadians, B. First Nations, C. Indians, or D. Métis? The largest group is B. First Nations, comprising about 65% of the Aboriginal people in Canada. Question 66. On what principle was Canada's Constitution founded? A. Independence and freedom, B. Liberty, equality, and fraternity, C. Liberty and pursuit of freedom, or D. Peace, order, and good government? The founding principle of Canada's Constitution is D. Peace, order, and good government. Question 67. What are the three main groups of Aboriginal peoples? A. Métis, Inuit, and United Empire Loyalists, B. Acadians, Métis, and First Nations, C. Early French settlers, Métis and Indians, or D. Métis, First Nations, and Inuit? The three main groups of Aboriginal peoples are D. Métis, First Nations, and Inuit. Question 68. Who are the Quebecois? A. All French-speaking people in Canada, B. People who form a nation within a united Canada, C. Descendants of British settlers who live in Quebec, or D. Canadians who only speak French? The answer is B. The House of Commons recognized the Quebecois as a nation within a united Canada. Question 69. Which principles is Canada's Constitution based on? A. Multiculturalism, peace and order, B. Peace, order, and good government, C. War, order, and good government, or D. Mobility rights, order, and good government? The principles Canada's Constitution is based on are B. Peace, order, and good government. Question 70. Which religious community do the majority of Canadians belong to? A. Christian, B. Jewish, C. Muslim, or D. Hindu? The majority of Canadians identify as A. Christian. Question 71. Where do Inuit people live? A. Ontario, B. Reserve land, C. In scattered communities across the Arctic, or D. Prairie provinces. Inuit live in C. Scattered communities across the Arctic. Question 72. Which province has the largest population of Aboriginal peoples? A. Manitoba, B. Ontario, C. Nova Scotia, or D. Alberta. The province with the largest Aboriginal population by number is B. Ontario. Question 73. The ancestors of Aboriginal peoples are believed to have migrated from which continent? A. Asia, B. America, C. Europe, or D. Australia. It is believed that Aboriginal ancestors migrated from A. Asia thousands of years ago. Finally, question 74. Which of the following are the three founding peoples of Canada? A. American, French, and British. B. Aboriginal, French, and British. C. French, American, and Indian. Or D. British, American, and Aboriginal. The three founding peoples of Canada are B. Aboriginal, French, and Question 75 asks, where have most immigrants come from since the 1970s? The options are A. Asia, B. England, C. France, and D. USA. The correct answer is A. Asia. Since the 1970s, most immigrants to Canada have originated from Asian countries. Question 76. Which phrase was key in the British North America Act of 1867? The choices are A. Geopolitical entity, B. Trade and communications, C. Peace, order, and good government, or D. Discipline, education, and good public. The key phrase is C. Peace, order, and good government, which is a significant part of the British North America Act. Question 77. What is the largest religious affiliation in Canada? Is it A. Roman Catholic, B. Hindu, C. Muslim, or D. Jewish? The largest religious affiliation in Canada is A. Roman Catholic. Question 78 asks, where is diversity most reflected in Canada today? Is it in A. countryside areas, B. cities, C. towns, or D. mountains? The answer is B. cities. Diversity is most visible in Canadian cities. Question 79. The Métis people are a mixture of which ancestries? A. Aboriginal and European, B. European and American, C. American and Indian, or D. Inuit and Indian ancestry. The Métis people are of mixed A. Aboriginal and European ancestry. Question 80. Who were the first people living in Canada? A. American and British, B. Spanish, C. French and Chinese, or D. Indians, First Nations, and Inuits? The first people living in Canada were D. Indians, First Nations, and Inuits. Aboriginal peoples were in Canada long before Europeans arrived. Question 81. The natives, or Aboriginal people, developed what? A. Language and culture, B. Dancing and cleaning, C. Singing and cooking, or D. Card games? The answer is A. Language and culture. Aboriginal peoples developed rich languages and cultures. Question 82. Who invented the kayak and snowshoes? A. The French and English, B. Chinese and French, C. The natives and the American, or D. Spanish and Japanese? C. The natives and the American is the correct choice. Aboriginal peoples invented kayaks and snowshoes. Question 83. Where did the first people settle? A. Ontario and Newfoundland, B. British Columbia and Alberta, C. Quebec and Nova Scotia, or D. Toronto? The first people settled in A. Ontario and Newfoundland. Early Aboriginal settlements existed in these regions. Question 84. In what jobs did the Métis first work with European settlers? A. Supplies, traders, guides, and interpreters, B. Taking care of children, C. Building housing, or D. Fishing? The Métis worked as A. Supplies, traders, guides, and interpreters alongside European settlers. Question 85. What did the Inuit people depend on for survival? A. Caribou, B. Hunting seals, C. All of the above, or D. Polar bears? The Inuit people depended on C. All of the above. Their survival relied on hunting animals like seals and caribou. Question 86. What did the First Nations people depend on for survival? A. Hunting seals, B. Hunting, C. Growing vegetable crops, or D. A and B? First Nations people depended on D, A, and B, which includes hunting seals and general hunting and fishing for survival. Question 87. Why are Aboriginal peoples working to be self-governed? A, to be independent. B, to preserve their unique cultures and languages. C, they do not like this government. Or D, one day they would like to take over Canada? The goal of self-governance is B, to preserve their unique cultures and languages. Question 88. What unique art form was developed by First Nations on the West Coast? A, totem poles. B, kites. C, calligraphy. Or D, oil painting. The unique art form developed by First Nations on the West Coast is A, totem poles. Question 89. What are people who speak French as a first language called? A, Anglophones. B, Quebecers. C, Francophones. Or D, Acadians. People who speak French as their first language are called C, Francophones. Question 90 asks if it is true or false that gay and lesbian Canadians enjoy full protection and equal treatment under the law. The statement is A, true. Gay and lesbian Canadians enjoy full protection and equal treatment under Canadian law. Question 91. Which province has the most bilingual Canadians? A, British Columbia. B, Quebec. C, Ontario. Or D, Prince Edward Island. B, Quebec has the most bilingual Canadians. While the majority of Francophones live in Quebec, bilingualism is common. Question 92. In what year did Canada become a country? A, 1867, B, 1687, C, 1786, or D, 1678? The correct answer is A, 1867. The British North America Act, which officially created Canada, was passed in 1867. Question 93. Which act granted legislative assemblies elected by the people for the first time in Canada? A, the Constitutional Act of 1982. B, the Constitutional Act of 1891. C, the Constitutional Act of 1791. Or D, the Constitutional Act of 1972. The correct answer is C, the Constitutional Act of 1791, which was the act that granted elected legislative assemblies. Question 94. In 1813, Government House and the Parliament buildings were accidentally burned. Is this A, true, or B, false? The correct answer is B, false. In 1813, the Americans burned Government House and the Parliament buildings. It was not accidental. Question 95. Who was the first person to draw a map of Canada's east coast? A, Jean Talon. B, Georges Cartier. C, John Cabot. Or D, Jacques Cartier. The correct answer is C, John Cabot. He was the first to draw a map of Canada's east coast. Question 96. Who is known as the father of Manitoba and a defender of Métis rights? A, Louis Riel. B, Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. C, Sir John A. Macdonald. Or D, Sir William Riel. The correct answer is A, Louis Riel. He is considered the father of Manitoba. Question 97. Who was the first leader of a responsible government in Canada in 1849? A, Louis Riel. B, Sir John A. Macdonald. C, Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. Or D, Alec Baldwin. The correct answer is C, Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. Lafontaine became the first leader of a responsible government. Question 98. Who recommended merging Upper and Lower Canada and granting responsible government? A, Sir Guy Carleton. B, Lord Durham. C, Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. Or D, Sir Georges Etienne Cartier. The correct answer is B, Lord Durham. Lord Durham recommended merging Upper and Lower Canada. Question 99. How many Canadians served in the Second World War? A, more than 1 million. B, fewer than 500,000. C, about 900,000. Or D, about 500,000? The correct answer is A, more than 1 million. More than 1 million Canadians and Newfoundlanders served in World War II. Question 100. What was the main outcome of the War of 1812 for Canada? A, Canada became part of the USA. B, it established Canada's first parliament. C, it ensured Canada remained independent from the USA. Or D, it ended British rule in Canada? The correct answer is C, it ensured Canada remained independent from the USA. The war secured Canada's independence from the United States. Question 101. Which industry did many early Canadian companies engage in? A. Fur trade. B. Agriculture. C. Fishing. Or D. Logging? The correct answer is A. Fur trade. Early Canadian companies competed for the fur trade. Question 102. When did the name Canada begin appearing on maps? A. By the 1750s. B. By the 1580s. C. By the 1550s. Or D. By the 1650s? The correct answer is C. By the 1550s. The name Canada began appearing on maps around this time. Question 103. When was Canada's first representative assembly elected? A. 1791, B. 1758, C. 1889, or D. 1609? The correct answer is B. 1758. The first representative assembly was elected in Nova Scotia in 1758. Question 104. Which phrase embodied the vision for the Dominion of Canada? A. The land of the strong and free. B. Dominion from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth. C. Dominion from ocean to ocean. Or D. O Canada, my home and native land? The correct answer is B. Dominion from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth. This phrase, inspired by Psalm chapter 72, embodies the vision for the Dominion of Canada. Question 105. What is the meaning of the Remembrance Day poppy? A. To remember the Queen. B. To remember Canadians who served or died in wars. C. To honor prime ministers. Or D. To celebrate Confederation? The correct answer is B. To remember Canadians who served or died in wars. The poppy is a symbol to remember those who served and died in wars. Question 106. Who was General Sir Arthur Currie? A. Canada's greatest soldier in World War I. B. A frontier hero. C. An explorer. Or D. A Métis military leader? The correct answer is A. Canada's greatest soldier in World War I. Arthur Currie was Canada's greatest World War I soldier. Question 107. What was the significance of the June 6, 1944, invasion of Normandy? A. Canadian contribution to defeating Nazism. B. Liberation of North Africa. C. Relocation of Japanese Canadians. Or D. Creation of the Juno Awards? The correct answer is A. Canadian contribution to defeating Nazism. Canadians played a major role at Juno Beach on D-Day. Question 108. Who played an important role in building the Canadian Pacific Railway? A. Acadian workers. B. African American slaves. C. American engineers. Or D. Chinese railroad workers? The correct answer is D. Chinese railroad workers. Chinese workers played a major role in building the CPR. Question 109. Which group played an important role in building the Canadian Pacific Railway? A. French. B. Chinese. C. Indians. Or D. English? The correct answer is B. Chinese. The CPR was built by European and Chinese labor. Question 110. In what year was Confederation? A. 1867. B. 1687. C. 1876. Or D. 1786? The correct answer is A. 1867. Confederation occurred in 1867. Question 111. Why is the British North America Act important? A. Agreed by First Nations. B. Written by Britain. C. Signed by Aboriginal people. Or D. It made Confederation legal? The correct answer is D. It made Confederation legal. The British North America Act legally created Canada. Question 112. Who was Canada's first Prime Minister? A. Sir John Macdonald. B. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. C. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Or D. Sir John Macdonald? The correct answer is A. Sir John Macdonald. Sir John A. Macdonald was Canada's first Prime Minister. Question 113. What is Canada's best-known symbol and national police force? A. RMCP. B. CIA. C. Canadian Police. Or D. RCMP? The correct answer is D. RCMP. The RCMP is Canada's national police force and best-known symbol. Question 114. What is the significance of the Quebec Act of 1774? The options are Quebec independence, French migration, religious tolerance under the law, or French political dominance. The correct answer is C. Religious tolerance under the law. The Quebec Act of 1774 allowed religious freedom for Catholics. Question 115. During World War II, how did Canada contribute most to the Allied air effort? Was it through training 130,000 aircrew, sending paratroopers, providing ammunition, or sending soldiers to France? The correct answer is A. Training 130,000 aircrew. Canada trained over 130,000 Allied aircrew during World War II. Question 116. Thousands of slaves escaped to Canada using the Underground Railroad. Is this true or false? The answer is A. True. Thousands escaped slavery via the Underground Railroad to freedom in Canada. Question 117. When did the United Empire Loyalists come to Canada? The options are late 1600s, early 1600s, early 1700s, or late 1700s. The correct answer is D. Late 1700s. The Loyalists came to Canada during the American Revolution. Question 118. What happens when the federal government loses a confidence vote? A. The government resigns and an election is held. B. Opposition takes power, CPM loses job, or DPM loses party leadership. The correct answer is A. The government resigns and an election is held. A government must resign after losing confidence. Question 119. Which countries fought in the Battle of the Plains of Abraham? Was it Britain and Germany, Britain and France, France and China, or America and Britain? The answer is B. Britain and France. Britain defeated France in 1759 at Quebec City. Question 120. What is the effort by women to gain the right to vote called? Options include suffrage motion, voting law, election law, or women's suffrage movement. The correct answer is D. Women's suffrage movement. This movement is commonly known as women's suffrage. Question 121. Who were the United Empire Loyalists? Was it the Inuit and First Nations, French and British settlers, First Nations and British settlers, or settlers from the USA loyal to the Crown? The correct answer is D. Settlers from the USA loyal to the Crown. Loyalists fled the American Revolution to Canada. Question 122. Why is the Battle of Vimy Ridge important? Is it because it was the last World War I battle, a symbol of Canada's nationhood, a Boer War victory, or the formation of the Canadian Corps? The answer is B. Symbol of Canada's nationhood. Vimy Ridge symbolizes Canada's coming of age. Question 123. Where does the name Canada come from? The choices are an Inuit word meaning nations, a First Nations word Kanata meaning village, an Inuit word meaning home, or a First Nations word meaning land. The correct answer is B. First Nations word Kanata meaning village. Kanata means village. Question 124. What transportation did Aboriginal peoples and fur traders use? Was it waterways, railways, highways, or roads? The correct answer is A. Waterways. Canoes and waterways were the primary transport routes for Aboriginal peoples and fur traders. Question 125. Which countries fought in the War of 1812? Was it the UK and USA, France and UK, Canada and USA, or France, UK and USA? The answer is A. UK and USA. The War of 1812 was fought between Britain and the United States of America. Question 126. How many Canadians served in the First World War? Options are about 170,000, about 10,000, more than 60,000, or more than 600,000. The correct answer is D. More than 600,000. Over 600,000 Canadians served in World War I. Question 127. When did the British North America Act come into effect? Was it in 1867, 1881, 1901, or 1876? The correct answer is A. 1867. The Act came into effect in 1867. Question 128. Which UNESCO site contains remains of a Viking settlement? Is it L'Anse aux Meadows, Port Royal, Gros Morne, or Penticton Valley? The answer is A. L'Anse aux Meadows. L'Anse aux Meadows is a confirmed Viking settlement site. Question 129. Who built the French Empire in North America? The options are King Charles II, Jean Talon, Bishop Laval, and Count Frontenac, Pierre Le Moyne, or Great Britain. The correct answer is B. Jean Talon, Bishop Laval, and Count Frontenac. These leaders were instrumental in building the French Empire in North America. Question 130. What trade did the Hudson's Bay Company control? Options are gold, oil, fishery, or fur. The correct answer is D, fur. The HBC controlled the fur trade. Question 131. What does confederation mean? Is it joining provinces to form a country, Confederate Army settlement, community merger, or colony merger into a province? The correct answer is A, joining provinces to form a country. Confederation created a new country. Question 132. In which period did Canada's economy and industry experience a boom? Was it the 1880s, 1890s, and early 1900s, 1920s, or 1860s? The correct answer is B, 1890s and early 1900s. Canada's economy grew and became more industrialized during this boom period. Question 133. In which year did the British Parliament abolish slavery throughout the Empire? Was it 1807, 1793, 1833, or 1847? The correct answer is C, 1833. In 1833, the British Parliament abolished slavery throughout the Empire. Question 134. What document made Confederation legal? The options are the Immigration Act, the British North America Act, the Citizenship Act, or the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The correct answer is B, the British North America Act. This act was passed by the British Parliament in 1867, making Confederation legal. Question 135. From whom are the Acadians descended? A, Métis and Inuit. B, First Nations who began settling the prairies. C, British colonists in the Maritimes. Or D, French colonists in the Maritimes. The correct answer is D, French colonists in the Maritimes. French colonists settled Acadia beginning in 1604. Question 136. Which was the last province to join Canada? A, Prince Edward Island. B, Manitoba. C, Newfoundland. Or D, Yukon. The last province to join Canada was C, Newfoundland. Newfoundland and Labrador joined Canada in 1949. Question 137. Which four provinces first formed Confederation? A, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. B, Ontario, Newfoundland, Quebec, and Nova Scotia. C, Ontario, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and British Columbia. Or D, Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, and Nova Scotia. The four provinces that first formed Confederation are A, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Question 138. When was the Canadian Pacific Railway completed? A, late 1600s. B, late 1700s. C, late 1800s. Or D, early 1700s. The Canadian Pacific Railway was completed in the C, late 1800s. Specifically, the CPR was completed in 1885. Question 139. What was the name of the new country formed during Confederation? A, Britain. B, Canada. C, Canadian Confederation. Or D, Dominion of Canada. The new country formed during Confederation was called D, Dominion of Canada. Question 140. The Quebec Act of 1774. A, allowed religious freedom for Catholics. B, all of the above. C, is a constitutional foundation of Canada. Or D, permitted Catholics to hold public office. The Quebec Act of 1774 included B, all of the above. It allowed religious freedom and public office for Catholics and is a constitutional foundation of Canada. Question 141. What did the suffrage movement achieve? A, rapid change in Quebec. B, abolished slavery. C, employment insurance. Or D, women achieved the right to vote. The suffrage movement achieved D, women achieved the right to vote. Question 142. Where did the first European settlers in Canada come from? A, Germany. B, England. C, France. Or D, Iceland. The first European settlers in Canada came from C, France. Question 143. What do Canadians remember on Remembrance Day? A, World War I victory. B, Vimy Ridge victory. C, World War II victory. Or D, sacrifices of veterans and soldiers. On Remembrance Day, Canadians remember D, sacrifices of veterans and soldiers. It honors sacrifices made in wars. Question 144. Why was the Canadian Pacific Railway built? A, to settle central Canada. BBC joined Canada after promise of railway. C, tourist attraction. Or D, handle global trade. The Canadian Pacific Railway was built because BBC joined Canada after promise of railway in 1871. Question 145. What do Canadians normally wear on Remembrance Day? A red poppy, B, a green shirt, C, a black tie, or D, a white shirt? Canadians normally wear a red poppy on Remembrance Day. Question 146. Which region was captured by Canadians on D-Day? A, Berlin, B, Juno Beach, C, London, or D, Paris? Canadians captured B, Juno Beach on D-Day, June 6, 1944. Question 147. What are the men who established Canada called? A, Fathers of Confederation, B, Fathers of the Dominion, C, Fathers of Canada, or D, Fathers of the Constitution? The men who established Canada are called A, Fathers of Confederation. Question 148. In which year did Britain prohibit the buying and selling of slaves? A, 1793, B, 1877, C, 1807, or D, 1833? Britain prohibited the buying and selling of slaves in c. 1807. Question 149. Who was the first French-Canadian Prime Minister after Confederation? A, Sir John A. Macdonald, B, Sir Wilfrid Laurier, C, Sir George Etienne Cartier, or D, Sir Leonard Tilley? The first French-Canadian Prime Minister after Confederation was B, Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Question 150. What is celebrated on April 9th? A, Vimy Day, B, Family Day, C, Thanksgiving, or D, Boxing Day? April 9th is celebrated as A, Vimy Day. Question 151. What is the reason behind the Canada-US border? A, improve security, B, maintain distance, C, remain independent from the USA, or D, prevent war? The reason behind the Canada-US border is to C, remain independent from the USA. Question 152. Who was Sir George Etienne Cartier? A, a railway lawyer from Montreal, B, first French-Canadian PM, C, first head of responsible government, or D, first PM of Canada? Sir George Etienne Cartier was A, railway lawyer from Montreal and a key architect of Confederation. Question 153. Who were the Loyalists? A, people loyal to the Crown, B, Army commanders, C, British colonists, or D, Indigenous peoples? The Loyalists were A, people loyal to the Crown. Question 154. When was Canada's first financial institution opened? A, early 16th century, B, late 19th century, C, late 18th and early 19th centuries, or D, early 18th century? Canada's first financial institution opened in the C, late 18th and early 19th centuries, specifically the late 1700s and early 1800s. Question 155. Who are the National Police Force of Canada? A, RCMP, B, Southeast Mounted Police, C, Military Police, or D, NWMP? The National Police Force of Canada is ARCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Question 156. When did Canada become the official name of the country? A, 1799, B, 1773, C, 1791, or D, 1758? The name Coach Canada officially became the country's name in D, 1758. Question 157 asks, for what product did the first companies compete? The options are timber, gold, fur, and fish. The correct answer is C, fur. Early companies competed for the fur trade. Question 158. How many Canadians were killed in World War I? Choose from 60,000, 170,000, 200,000, or 70,000. The correct answer is A, 60,000. About 60,000 Canadians were killed in World War I. Question 159. When were women over 21 granted the federal vote? Was it in 1933, 1928, 1818, or 1918? The answer is D, 1918. Women gained the federal right to vote in 1918. Question 160. How long was the title Dominion of Canada used? Options include 100 years, 250 years, 50 years, or 200 years. The correct answer is A, 100 years. The title Dominion of Canada was used for about 100 years. Question 161. Who is considered Canada's greatest soldier? Options are General Sir Arthur Currie, Phil Edwards, Sir John A. Macdonald, or Rick Hansen. The answer is A, General Sir Arthur Currie. He is considered Canada's greatest soldier. Question 162. Which country did the Canadian Army liberate in World War II? Choices are Germany, Austria, Netherlands, or Japan. The correct answer is C, Netherlands. Canada liberated the Netherlands during World War II. Question 163. Who suggested the name Dominion of Canada? Options are Sir Leonard Tilley, Lord Elgin, La Fontaine, or Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is A, Sir Leonard Tilley. He suggested the name Dominion of Canada. Question 164. What was significant about Canada's Navy in World War II? Was it the third, fourth largest, or second largest Navy? The correct answer is A, third largest Navy. Canada had the third largest Navy in World War II. Question 165. Which was first to move toward abolishing slavery? Options are South Canada, Upper Canada, North America, or Lower Canada. The answer is B, Upper Canada. Upper Canada moved toward abolition in 1793. Question 166. Who is a father of Confederation? Options are Stephen Harper, Pierre Trudeau, Alexander Mackenzie, or Sir John A. Macdonald. The correct answer is D, Sir John A. Macdonald. He was a father of Confederation. Question 167. Who was Mary Ann Shadd Cary? She was an anti-slavery activist and first woman publisher, first female MP, NWMP officer, or War of 1812 hero. The answer is A, anti-slavery activist and first woman publisher. She was an anti-slavery activist and publisher. Question 168. When did Newfoundland and Labrador join Confederation? The choices are none, 1940, 1949, or 1931. The correct answer is C, 1949. Newfoundland and Labrador joined Confederation in 1949. Question 169. When did the Northwest Territories join Confederation? The slide provides date options around July 1870, July 1875, and July 1890. The answer is A, July 15, 1870. The Northwest Territories joined in 1870. Question 170. When did British Columbia join Confederation? Was it in 1850, 1851, 1860, or 1871? The correct answer is D, 1871. British Columbia joined Confederation in 1871. Question 171. When did Prince Edward Island join Confederation? Options are 1875, 1870, 1874, or 1873. The answer is D, 1873. Prince Edward Island joined in 1873. Question 172. When did Yukon join Confederation? Was it 1898, 1979, 1891, or 1930? The correct answer is A, 1898. Yukon became a territory in 1898. Question 173. When did Alberta join Confederation? Options are 1875, 1905, 1850, or 1840. The correct answer is B, 1905. Alberta joined Confederation in 1905. Question 174. How did the government make Western immigration easier? By Great Lakes routes, building a railway, building a highway, or A and C? The answer is B, built a railway. The railway made Western settlement possible. Question 175. When and where did settlers from France first establish on the St. Lawrence? Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, or Quebec City in the early 1600s? The correct answer is D, Quebec City, early 1600s. Quebec City was founded in 1608. Question 176. What does BNA stand for? British National Alliance, British North America Act, Black Nation Alliance, or Bank of National Association? The answer is B, British North America Act. BNA stands for British North America. Question 177. What does CPR stand for? A, Canadian Pacific Railway, B, Canadian People Railway, C, Canadian Public Road, or D, Canadian People Resource? The correct answer is A, Canadian Pacific Railway. CPR stands for Canadian Pacific Railway. Question 178. When did settlers from France first establish communities on the St. Lawrence? A, late 1600s, B, early 1700s, C. Late 1700s, or D. Early 1600s? The correct answer is D. Early 1600s. French settlement began in the early 1600s. Question 179. Where did early European settlers live? A. Western Canada, B. Northwest Canada, C. Northern Canada, or D. Eastern and Central Canada? The correct answer is D. Eastern and Central Canada. Early settlers lived in Eastern and Central Canada. Question 180. What do we celebrate on July 1st? A. Anniversary of Confederation, B. Anniversary of Quebec, C. Anniversary of Province of Canada, or D. Anniversary of Constitution? The correct answer is A. Anniversary of Confederation. July 1st marks Confederation. Question 181. What was the Underground Railroad? A. Fur Trade Network, B. Rocky Mountain Railway, C. Anti-Slavery Escape Network, or D. Toronto Subway? The correct answer is C. Anti-Slavery Escape Network. It helped enslaved people escape to Canada. Question 182. What bill features Sir Wilfrid Laurier? A. $20, B. $100, C. $5, or D. $10? The correct answer is C. $5. Laurier appears on the $5 bill. Question 183. Where did Britain defeat France in 1759? A. Nova Scotia, B. Plains of Abraham, C. Ontario, or D. Hudson's Bay? The correct answer is B. Plains of Abraham. The battle took place at the Plains of Abraham. Question 184. What bill features Sir Wilfrid Laurier? A. $20, B. $100, C. $5, or D. $10? The correct answer is C. $5. Laurier is on the $5 bill. Question 185. What was the women's suffrage movement? A. Military service effort, B. Housework protest, C. Entry into Parliament, or D. Right to vote? The correct answer is D. Right to vote. It aimed to achieve voting rights for women. Question 186. What did the CPR symbolize? A. Unity, B. West Coast access, C. Ribbons of steel, or D. Working together? The correct answer is A. Unity. The CPR symbolized national unity. Question 187. When and why did the Great Depression start? A. 1933 stock crash, B. 1929 war, C. 1933 war, or D. 1929 stock crash? The correct answer is D. 1929 stock crash. It began after the 1929 stock market crash. Question 188. When was Canada officially born? A. July 1st, 1902, B. July 1st, 1807, C. July 1st, 1982, or D. July 1st, 1867? The correct answer is D. July 1st, 1867. Canada was born on July 1st, 1867. Question 189. What was Quebec called before 1759? A. New Montreal, B. New Britain, C. New France, or D. New Quebec? The correct answer is C. New France. Quebec was part of New France. Question 190. What was the forced removal of Acadians called? A. Good Upheaval, B. Great Upheaval, C. Great Revolution, or D. Great Rebellion? The correct answer is B. Great Upheaval. It was called the Great Upheaval. Question 191. Who circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? The options are Reginald Fessenden, Rick Hansen, Terry Fox, and Gerhard Hertzberg. The correct answer is B. Rick Hansen. In 1985, Rick Hansen circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research. Question 192 asks, who were the group of seven in Canadian history? Was it influential politicians, famous explorers, first Olympic athletes, or artists who painted Canadian landscapes? The group of seven were D. Artists who painted Canadian landscapes. They are known for painting rugged Canadian landscapes. Question 193. Who was known as the greatest living Canadian? Choices are Dr. Wilder Penfield, Terry Fox, Sir John A. Macdonald, or Sir Sandford Fleming. The answer is A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Dr. Wilder Penfield was known as the greatest living Canadian. Question 194. In which year was oil discovered in Alberta, beginning Canada's modern energy industry? Was it 1947, 1951, 1965, or 1970? The discovery of oil in Alberta was in A. 1947, which marked the beginning of Canada's modern energy industry. Question 195. What is the significance of the Canadian discovery of insulin? Did it save sick children, save millions, help heart diseases, or save soldiers in World War II? The significance is B. It saved millions. The discovery of insulin has saved millions of lives worldwide. Question 196. Which act ensures common elements and basic healthcare coverage? Options are Canada Health Act, Official Languages Act, Old Age Security Act, or British North America Act. The correct act is A. The Canada Health Act. This act ensures basic healthcare standards across the country. Question 197. What is Terry Fox's contribution? Did he inspire cancer research donations? Was he the greatest hockey player, discovered insulin, or was he a soldier? Terry Fox's contribution was A. He inspired cancer research donations through his Marathon of Hope. Question 198. In which UN operation did Canada participate from 1950 to 1953? Defended Hong Kong, captured Vimy Ridge, defended South Korea, or the South African War? Canada participated in the UN operation that C. defended South Korea during the Korean War. Question 199. Who discovered insulin? The choices are Dr. Wilder Penfield, Evans and Woodward, Banting and Best, or Dr. John A. Hopps. Insulin was discovered by C. Banting and Best. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best discovered insulin. Question 200. Who invented the snowmobile? Was it Alexander Graham Bell, Joseph Armand Bombardier, Sir Sanford Fleming, or Evans and Woodward? The inventor of the snowmobile was B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Question 201. Who contributed to the invention of radio and sent the first wireless voice message? Reginald Fessenden, Alexander Graham Bell, Mike Lazaridis, or Matthew Evans? The person who contributed to radio and sent the first wireless voice message was A. Reginald Fessenden. Question 202 asks, who invented the sport of basketball? Was it Canadians, French, Germans, or Americans? The sport of basketball was invented by A. Canadians. Specifically, it was invented by James Naismith. Question 203. Which invention is by Alexander Graham Bell? Was it the BlackBerry, the fax machine, the telephone, or the internet? Alexander Graham Bell invented C. the telephone. Question 204. When was employment insurance introduced? Was it 1947, 1950, 1940, or 1965? Employment insurance was introduced in C. 1940. Question 205. What was Quebec's era of rapid change in the 1960s called? East Movement, Quiet Revolution, Suffrage Movement, or La Francophonie? Quebec's era of rapid change in the 1960s was called the B. Quiet Revolution. Question 206. Who invented the worldwide system of time zones? Bombardier, Fessenden, Sir Sanford Fleming, or Bell? The worldwide system of time zones was invented by C. Sir Sanford Fleming. Question 207. After the war, Canada became more flexible based on equality of men and women, inequality of women, inequality, or equality of men. Canada became more flexible based on A. the equality of men and women. Question 208 asks, which level provides publicly funded education? A. City government, B. Federal government, C. None, or D. Provincial and territorial governments? The correct answer is D. Provincial and territorial governments. Education is provided by provinces and territories. Question 209. Who started the Marathon of Hope? A. Rick Hansen, B. James Naismith, C. Sir Sam Steele, or D. Terry Fox? The answer is D. Terry Fox. Terry Fox started the Marathon of Hope. Question 210. Who is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg, B. Marshall McLuhan, C. Bell, or D. Harold Innis? The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Gerhard Herzberg won the Nobel Prize. Question 211. When were Aboriginal peoples granted the right to vote? A. 1960, B. 1790, C. 1950, or D. 1632? The correct answer is A. 1960. Aboriginal peoples gained voting rights in 1960. Question 212. What is RIM's most famous invention? A. Canadarm. B. Wireless voice message. C. BlackBerry. Or D. iPhone. The correct option is C. BlackBerry. RIM is famous for the BlackBerry. Question 213. Who became a world record sprinter in 1996 Olympics? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. LaFontaine. C. Donovan Bailey. Or D. John Cabot. The answer is C. Donovan Bailey. Donovan Bailey won double Olympic gold in 1996. Question 214. Who invented the cardiac pacemaker? A. Gabriel Dumont. B. Evans and Woodward. C. Dr. John A. Hopps. Or D. Bell. The correct choice is C. Dr. John A. Hopps. Dr. John A. Hopps invented the pacemaker. Question 215. Which military alliance did Canada join during the Cold War? A. NATO. B. Warsaw Pact. C. United Nations. Or D. Commonwealth. The answer is A. NATO. Canada joined NATO. Question 216. When was the Official Languages Act passed? A. 1969. B. 1867. C. 1982. Or D. 2000. The correct option is A. 1969. The Official Languages Act was passed in 1969. Question 217. Who thought of the idea of the telephone? A. Penfield. B. Banting. C. Bell. Or D. Bombardier. The answer is C. Bell. Alexander Graham Bell thought of the telephone. Question 218. What is the Commonwealth? A. 13 countries loyal to Canada. B. 13 loyal to the monarch. C. 52 loyal to the monarch. Or D. 52 loyal to Canada. The correct answer is C. 52 loyal to the monarch. The Commonwealth includes 52 countries loyal to the monarch. Question 219. Which of the following is the federal government responsible for? A. Highways. B. Natural resources. C. Education. Or D. Interprovincial trade and communications? The correct answer is D. Interprovincial trade and communications. The federal government manages interprovincial trade and communications. Question 220. Which statement best describes Canadian federalism? A. All legislative power is centralized in Ottawa. B. Forces provinces to adopt same policies. C. Allows provinces to adopt policies tailored to their populations. Or D. Provinces have no authority. The best description is C. Allows provinces to adopt policies tailored to their populations, providing provinces the flexibility to adopt their own policies. Question 221. Who is a premier? A. The Prime Minister is also called the Premier. B. Has a role similar to the Prime Minister in a province. C. The Commissioner. Or D. The Governor General. The answer is B. Has a role similar to the Prime Minister in a province. A Premier leads a provincial government, similar to the Prime Minister at the federal level. Question 222. Who is the head of government in Canada? A. The Sovereign. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Premier. Or D. The Commissioner. The head of government in Canada is B. The Prime Minister, who leads the federal government. Question 223. What are the members of the House of Commons also known as? A. Commissioners. B. Members of Parliament or MPs. C. None of these. Or D. Members of the Provincial Parliament. Members of the House of Commons are also known as B. Members of Parliament or MPs. Question 224. If the government loses a confidence vote in the Assembly, they A. Call for by-elections. B. Can continue. C. Do nothing. Or D. Must resign. The answer is D. Must resign. Governments are required to resign after losing a vote of confidence. Question 225. What is the tenure of the Governor General? A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 5 years. Or D. 7 years. The correct answer is C. 5 years. The Governor General typically serves for 5 years. Question 226. What are the 3 levels of government in Canada? A. Federal, provincial, and county. B. Federal, state, and city. C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. Or D. Federal, provincial, and rural. The 3 levels are C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal governments. Question 227. Who elects the members of the House of Commons and provincial/territorial legislatures? A. Government employees, B. The government, C. The Prime Minister, or D. The people. The members are elected by D. The people. Citizens elect their representatives. Question 228. Traditionally, members of Parliament are elected after how many years? A. 4 years, B. 3 years, C. 5 years, or D. 2 years. Traditionally, members of Parliament are elected after A. 4 years. Federal elections are held every 4 years. Question 229. How many judges serve on the Supreme Court of Canada? A. 7, B. 9, C. 10, or D. 5. The Supreme Court of Canada has B. 9 judges. Question 230. What is Canada's system of political governance called? A. Monarchy, B. Parliamentary government, C. Democratic process, or D. Benevolent dictatorship. Canada's system of political governance is called B. Parliamentary government. Canada is a parliamentary democracy. Question 231. Jurisdiction is shared by the federal government and provinces over which sectors? A. Agriculture and immigration, B. Interprovincial trade and communications, C. Defense and health, or D. Natural resources. Shared jurisdictions include A. Agriculture and immigration. Question 232. Who is the Queen or King's representative in Canada? A. The Premier, B. Prime Minister's spouse, C. Governor General of Canada, or D. Prime Minister. The Sovereign's representative is the C. Governor General of Canada. Question 233. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Calgary, B. Quebec City, C. Ottawa, or D. Toronto. The Parliament buildings are located in C. Ottawa. Question 234. How many levels of government are there in Canada? A. 10, B. 5, C. 13, or D. 3. There are D. 3 levels of government in Canada. Question 235. How are laws passed? A. Signed by the Governor General, B. Read by Commons 3 times, C. Read by Senate 3 times, or D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Laws require readings and royal assent to be passed. Question 236. Every bill must be approved by ____ and the Senate before becoming law. A. A citizen, B. Queen Elizabeth II, C. All of the above, or D. A majority of members in the House of Commons. Bills must be approved by D. A majority of members in the House of Commons and the Senate. Question 237. Each bill is presented ____ times for debate before going to the Senate. A. 3, B. 1, C. 2, or D. 4. Each bill is presented A. 3 times for debate, as bills go through 3 readings. Question 238. Who signs bills to make them law? A. Police Chief, B. Governor General, C. Premier, or D. Prime Minister. Bills are signed into law by the B. Governor General, who provides royal assent. Question 239. Bills are presented to the provincial parliament for how many readings? A. 2, B. 3, C. 5, or D. 4. The correct answer is B. 3. Provincial bills, like federal ones, also have 3 readings before they can become law. Welcome to question 240. Who signs bills approved by the provincial parliament? Is it A. Mayor, B. Dalton McGuinty, C. Members of provincial parliament, or D. Lieutenant Governor? The correct answer is D. Lieutenant Governor. Provincial royal assent is given by the Lieutenant Governor. Question 241. What does MPP stand for? A. Member of Provincial Parachute, B. Member of Provincial Police, C. Member of Provincial Parliament, or D. Member of Provincial Publication? The correct answer is C. Member of Provincial Parliament. MPP means Member of Provincial Parliament. Question 242. What does MLA stand for? A. Member of Legal Aid, B. Member of Legislative Assembly, C. Member of Land Association, or D. Member of Land Aid? The correct answer is B. Member of Legislative Assembly. MLA stands for Member of Legislative Assembly. Question 243. What does MNA stand for? A. Member of National Aid, B. member of national association, C, member of national airline, or D, member of National Assembly? The correct answer is D, member of National Assembly. MNA stands for Member of National Assembly. Question 244. Which are not responsibilities of the Governor General? A, chooses opposition party. B, performs ceremonial duties. C, signs bills. Or D, A and C? The correct answer is A, chooses opposition party. Choosing opposition is not a Governor General role. Question 245. The Queen or King, House of Commons and Senate make up the blank. A, Parliament. B, Ontario. C, currency. Or D, political parties? The correct answer is A, Parliament. These three together form Parliament. Question 246. Senators are recommended by the blank and appointed by the Governor General. A, Premier. B, Queen or King. C, Prime Minister. Or D, Governor General? The correct answer is C, Prime Minister. Senators are appointed on the Prime Minister's advice. Question 247. What is the government of all of Canada called? A, National Assembly. B, Legislature. C, Federal. Or D, Council? The correct answer is C, Federal. The national government is federal. Question 248. What are the elected representatives also known as? A, members of the sovereign. B, members of Senate. C, members of Parliament. Or D, members of Cabinet? The correct answer is C, members of Parliament. Elected representatives are MPs. Question 249. Which is not a responsibility of elected representatives? A, approve expenses. B, keep government accountable. C, give news reports. Or D, help pass laws? The correct answer is C, give news reports. Giving news reports is not their role. Question 250. Which is not one of the three branches of government? A, provincial branch. B, judiciary branch. C, executive branch. Or D, legislative branch? The correct answer is A, provincial branch. There is no provincial branch. Question 251. Which party is the official opposition federally? A, Liberal Party. B, Independent Party. C, Conservative Party. Or D, New Democratic Party? The correct answer is C, Conservative Party. The Conservative Party is the official opposition. Question 252. Which is not a feature of Canada's system of government? A, constitutional monarchy. B, parliamentary democracy. C, dictatorship. Or D, federal state? The correct answer is C, dictatorship. Canada is not a dictatorship. Question 253. What does a non-confidence vote lead to? A, an election. B, a referendum. C, argument. Or D, passing a law? The correct answer is A, an election. A non-confidence vote can trigger an election. Question 254. What is the final step before a bill becomes a law? A, approved by the King or Queen. B, approved by the Prime Minister. C, approved by the Governor General. Or D, approved by a judge? The correct answer is C, approved by the Governor General. A bill becomes law after receiving royal assent from the Governor General. Question 255. Which of the following are the responsibilities of the provincial government? A, education, healthcare, natural resources, and policing. B, national defense, healthcare, citizenship, and firefighting. C, education, foreign policy, natural resources, and policing. D, national defense, foreign policy, highways, and Aboriginal affairs. The correct answer is A, education, healthcare, natural resources, and policing. Provinces handle education, health, natural resources, and policing. Question 256. Who is Canada's head of state? A, the Premier of Canada. B, A, hereditary sovereign, Queen or King. C, the Governor General. Or D, the Prime Minister? The correct answer is B, a hereditary sovereign, Queen or King. Canada's head of state is a hereditary sovereign. Question 257. What do you call the Queen's or King's representative in the provinces? A, Governor Lieutenant. B, Queen's or King's Governor. C, Lieutenant Governor. Or D, Governor General? The correct answer is C, Lieutenant Governor. The Lieutenant Governor represents the sovereign in provinces. Question 258. Who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court of Canada? A. The Governor General, B. The Prime Minister, C. Other judges, or D. The people? The correct answer is A. The Governor General. Supreme Court judges are appointed by the Governor General. Question 259. What does it mean to say that Canada is a constitutional monarchy? A. Sovereign approves all bills. B. Sovereign represents Canadians in Parliament. C. Head of state is a hereditary sovereign who reigns according to the Constitution. Or D. Sovereign makes all laws. The correct answer is C. Head of state is a hereditary sovereign who reigns according to the Constitution. Canada has a hereditary sovereign who follows the Constitution. Let's move to question 260. What does responsible government mean? A. Government answers to the king or queen. B. Government follows international law. C. Government must be transparent. Or D. Government resigns if defeated in a non-confidence vote. The correct answer is D. Government resigns if defeated in a non-confidence vote. Responsible government means the government must resign if they lose a non-confidence vote. Question 261. What are the three key characteristics of Canada's system of government? A. Federal monarchy, constitutional democracy, parliamentary state. B. Federal state, parliamentary democracy, constitutional monarchy. C. Federal republic, parliamentary democracy, constitutional monarchy. Or D. Federal republic, democratic parliament, constitutional government. The correct answer is B. Federal state, parliamentary democracy, constitutional monarchy. Canada is a federal state, a parliamentary democracy, and a constitutional monarchy. Question 262. Who selects cabinet ministers in Canada? The options are A. The Prime Minister, B. Members of Parliament, C. The Governor General, or D. Voters. The correct answer is A. The Prime Minister. Cabinet ministers are selected by the Prime Minister. Question 263. In which act are the responsibilities of the federal and provincial governments defined? Is it A. Federal Act, B. Government Act, C. Responsibilities Act, or D. Constitution Act? The responsibilities of the federal and provincial governments are defined in D. Constitution Act, specifically the Constitution Act, 1867. Question 264. What is the difference between the role of the sovereign and the Prime Minister? A. Sovereign links nations, PM guards freedoms. B. Sovereign is symbol, PM is aid. C. Sovereign is head of state, PM oversees provinces. Or D. Sovereign guards freedoms, PM selects cabinet and runs government. The correct answer is D. Sovereign guards freedoms, PM selects cabinet and runs government. The sovereign symbolizes sovereignty, while the Prime Minister runs the government. Question 265. What does the term responsible government mean? A. Ministers need majority support to govern. B. Everyone must vote. C. Governor General controls PM. Or D. All Canadians are responsible. A. Ministers need majority support to govern. Responsible government means ministers must have the support of elected representatives. Question 266. How are senators chosen? A. By provincial premiers. B. By Governor General alone. C. Appointed by Governor General on PM's advice. Or D. Appointed by the King or Queen. Senators are chosen by C. Appointed by Governor General on PM's advice. They are appointed on the advice of the Prime Minister. Question 267. Which of the following are responsibilities of the federal government? A. Defense, foreign policy, trade, Aboriginal affairs. B. Defense, healthcare, trade, Aboriginal affairs. C. Highways, policing, trade, justice. Or D. Education, foreign policy, recycling, Aboriginal affairs. The responsibilities of the federal government include A. Defense, foreign policy, trade, and Aboriginal affairs. The federal government handles defense, foreign policy, and trade. Question 268. How can a party in power be defeated in Parliament? A. Revolution. B. Monarch orders resignation. C. Majority MPs vote against government. Or D. Minority MPs vote against government. A party in power can be defeated by C. Majority MPs vote against government. A government falls after losing a confidence vote. Question 269. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Toronto. B. Kingston. C. London. Or D. Ottawa. The Parliament buildings are located in D. Ottawa. Question 270. What is the title of the federal representative in the three territories? A. Commissioner. B. MLA, C. Sir, or D. Lieutenant Governor? The title of the federal representative in the three territories is A. Commissioner. Commissioners represent the federal government in the territories. Question 271. How are Canada's three territories different from provinces? A. Same status, smaller population. B. Not provinces but have governments. C. No elected assemblies. Or D. Premier chosen by PM. The answer is B. Not provinces but have governments. Territories do not have provincial status. Question 272. What do you call a law before it is passed? A. Proposed law. B. Bill. C. New law. Or D. Proposal. A proposed law is called a B. Bill. Question 273. At what age must senators retire? A. 70. B. 65. C. 75. Or D. 80. Senators must retire at age C. 75. Question 274. What is a majority government? A. Half seats in Commons and Senate. B. Half seats in House of Commons. C. Less than half seats. Or D. Half seats in Senate. A majority government holds B. Half seats in House of Commons or more, ensuring they can pass legislation. Question 275. Name three requirements to vote in a federal election. A. Citizen 21 plus electors list. B. Citizen 18 plus voters list. C. Government worker 21 plus citizen. Or D. Citizen 16 plus voters list. The three requirements to vote are B. Citizen 18 plus voters list. Voters must be Canadian citizens aged 18 or older and be on the voters list. Question 276. What are the three parts of Parliament? A. Monarch. GG. PM. B. GG. Assembly. Senate. C. Monarch. House of Commons. Senate. Or D. Commons. Assembly. Senate. The three parts of Parliament are C. Monarch, House of Commons, Senate. Parliament includes the Sovereign, the Senate, and the House of Commons. Question 277. What do the initials MP stand for? A. Member of Parliament. B. Minister of Parliament. C. Member of Patriots. Or D. Master of Province. The initials MP stand for A. Member of Parliament. Question 278. How does a bill become a law? The options are A. Provinces approve. B. Commons and Senate approve, plus royal assent. C. Signed by monarch. Or D. Approved by MPs. The correct answer is B. Commons and Senate approve plus royal assent. Bills require approval from both the Commons and Senate, followed by royal assent to become law. Question 279. Which best describes the judicial branch? Is it A. Pass laws. B. Interpret and apply law. C. Represent sovereign. Or D. Form cabinet. The best description is B. Interpret and apply law. The judicial branch, comprised of the courts, is responsible for interpreting and applying the law. Question 280. What are provincial or territorial elected representatives called? A. MPs. B. Cabinet ministers. C. MLAs, MNAs, MPPs, MHAs. Or D. Senators. The correct answer is C. MLAs, MNAs, MPPs, MHAs. Legislators have different titles depending on the province or territory they represent. Question 281. What is a cabinet minister? A. Candidate chosen by PM. B. MP chosen by Premier. C. MP chosen by PM to run departments. Or D. MP chosen by monarch. A cabinet minister is C. An MP chosen by the Prime Minister to run departments. They are responsible for managing various federal departments. Question 282. What are the three branches of government? A. Executive, Senate, Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative, Monarchy. C. Executive, Police, Judicial. Or D. Executive, Legislative, Judicial. The correct answer is D. Executive, Legislative, Judicial. Canada's government is divided into these three branches. Question 283. Who governs Canada daily at the federal level? A. Premier. B. Governor General. C. Monarch. Or D. Prime Minister. The answer is D. Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the head of government and governs Canada daily at the federal level. Question 284. Which best describes the role of the monarch? A. Governs country. B. Opposes government. C. Runs departments. Or D. Symbol of sovereignty and guardian of freedoms. The correct answer is D. Symbol of sovereignty and guardian of freedoms. The monarch symbolizes sovereignty and guards the freedoms of Canadians. Question 285. Which is a responsibility of the provinces? A. Municipal government. B. Navigation. C. Interprovincial trade. Or D. Currency. The provinces are responsible for A. Municipal government. They manage local governments within their jurisdiction. Question 286. How long is the lieutenant governor appointed for? A. 3 years. B. 4 years. C. 6 years. Or D. 5 years. The lieutenant governor is appointed for D. 5 years. Question 287. Which is a responsibility of the federal government? A. Highways. B. Currency. C. Healthcare. Or D. Education. The federal government is responsible for B. Currency. This is one of the exclusive powers of the federal government. Question 288. Complete the sentence. The House of Commons is a representative committee blank. A. Appointed on PM advice. B. Made up of MPs elected by the people. C. Appointed on GG advice. Or D. Selected by PM. The House of Commons is a representative committee B, made up of MPs elected by the people. It consists of members of Parliament who are elected by Canadian citizens. Question 289 asks, federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. Or D. Senator. The correct answer is C. Member of Parliament. Federal elections elect members of Parliament. Question 290. Which describes two responsibilities of provincial or territorial governments? A. Policing and citizenship. B. Policing and firefighting. C. National defense and highways. Or D. Education and healthcare. The answer is D. Education and healthcare. Provinces manage education and healthcare. Question 291. Which describes two responsibilities of the federal government? A. National defense and foreign policy. B. National defense and firefighting. C. Citizenship and highways. Or D. Healthcare and education. The answer is A. National defense and foreign policy. Federal responsibilities include defense and foreign policy. Question 292. Who represents an electoral district? A. Commissioner. B. Governor General. C. Lieutenant Governor. Or D. Member of Parliament. The correct answer is D. Member of Parliament. An MP represents an electoral district. Question 293. Which is a responsibility of the provinces? A. Defense. B. Foreign policy. C. Currency. Or D. Education. The correct choice is D. Education. Education is a provincial responsibility. Question 294. What information is on a voter information card? A. Name on voters list. B. When you vote. C. Where you vote. Or D. All answers correct. The answer is D. All answers correct. The card confirms registration and voting details. Question 295. Municipal government is responsible for A. Natural resources. B. Currency. C. Garbage removal. Or D. Highways. The correct answer is C. Garbage removal. Garbage removal is a municipal service. Question 296. How often are federal elections held? A. Every 5 years. B. Every 6 years. C. Every 7 years. Or D. Every 4 years. The answer is D. Every 4 years. Federal elections are held every 4 years. Question 297. What do we need to bring to vote? A. None. B. Voter card, ID, proof of address. C. Credit card. Or D. Ballot paper. The answer is B. Voter card, ID, proof of address. You must bring ID and proof of address. Question 298. What is the minimum voting age in Canada? A. 18. B. 19. C. 21. Or D. 16. The correct answer is A. 18. The voting age is 18. Question 299. What are the main functions of the cabinet? A. Natural resources. B. Navigation. C. Prepare budget and propose laws. Or D. Defense. The answer is C. Prepare budget and propose laws. The cabinet prepares the budget and proposes laws. Question 300. What are the Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers together called? A. The government. B. The Cabinet. C. House of Commons, or D. Senate. The correct answer is B. The Cabinet. The Prime Minister and Ministers together form the Cabinet. Question 301. When asked, who must you tell how you voted? A. Police officer. B. No one. C. Employer. Or D. Elections Canada official. The answer is B. No one. Your voting choice is private. Question 302. Which is a duty of the Governor General? A. Selects Prime Minister. B. Manages defense. C. Invites party with most seats to form government. Or D. Manages budget. The correct answer is C. Invites party with most seats to form government. The Governor General invites the party with most seats to govern. Question 303. How many members are in the House of Commons? A. 338. B. 310. C. 270. Or D. 295. The answer is A. 338. There are 338 members of Parliament. Question 304. What are school board representatives called? A. Trustee. B. Principal. C. Inspector. Or D. Teacher. The correct answer is A. Trustee. School board members are called trustees. Question 305. What is the head of a city called? A. Mayor. B. Councillor. C. Alderman. Or D. Premier. The answer is A. Mayor. Cities are led by mayors. Question 306. Alderman represents you in which government? A. Federal. B. Provincial. C. None. Or D. Municipal. The correct choice is D. Municipal. Aldermen serve at the municipal level. Question 307. How many years do municipal politicians serve? A. 2. B. 3. C. 5. Or D. 4. The answer is D. 4. Municipal terms are usually 4 years. Question 308. How many votes can a voter have in a federal election? A. It does not matter. B. 3. C. 1. Or D. 2. The correct answer is C. 1. Each voter has one vote. Question 309 asks, where do you go to vote? A. Polling station. B. City Hall. C. Police station. Or D. Fire station. The correct answer is A. Polling station. You go to a polling station to cast your vote. Question 310. If unable to vote on election day, you should A. Vote in advance. B. Forget it. C. Vote next day. Or D. Vote a week later. The answer is A. Vote in advance. Advance voting is an option if you cannot vote on election day. Question 311. What do enumerators do? A. Collect ballots. B. Transport voters. C. Collect voter names. Or D. Collect taxes. The correct answer is C. Collect voter names. Enumerators are responsible for collecting voter information. Question 312. You can vote in advance if A. All of the above. B. Elderly. C. Cannot vote on election day. Or D. Sick or disabled. The answer is A. All of the above. Many situations allow for advance voting. Question 313. Which party is currently in power federally? A. Green Party. B. Liberal Party. C. Conservative Party. Or D. New Democratic Party. The correct answer is B. Liberal Party. The Liberal Party is currently in power federally. Question 314 asks, you can be added to the voters list on election day? A. True. Or B. False. The answer is A. True. Voters can, in fact, register on election day. Question 315. Municipal laws affecting local communities are called A. Motion. B. Bill. C. Act. Or D. Bylaws. The correct answer is D. Bylaws. Municipal laws are called bylaws. Question 316. The voter information card tells when and where to vote. A. True. Or B. False. The answer is A. True. The voter information card provides essential voting details. Question 317. In Canada, your vote is secret? A. True. Or B. False. The correct answer is A. True. Voting is protected as secret by law in Canada. Question 318. Who is entitled to vote in federal elections? A. Anyone 18 plus living in Canada. B. Anyone 16 plus living in Canada. C. Canadian citizen 18 plus on voters list. or D, Canadian citizen 16 plus on voters list? The answer is C, Canadian citizen 18 plus on voters list. Only Canadian citizens 18 and older on the voters list can vote. Question 319. What is a minority government? A, party holds less than half of Commons seats. B, less than half in Commons and Senate. C, at least half in Commons. Or D, at least half in Senate. The correct answer is A, party holds less than half of Commons seats. A minority government holds less than half the seats in the House of Commons. Question 320. What is written on an election ballot? A, names of candidates in your election district. B, who you should vote for. C, date and time of voting. Or D, where you should vote. The answer is A, names of candidates in your election district. Ballots list the names of the candidates. Question 321. How are members of Parliament chosen? A, elected by senators. B, elected by Prime Minister. C, chosen by the King or Queen. Or D, elected by Canadian citizens. The correct option is D, elected by Canadian citizens. Members of Parliament are elected by citizens. Question 322. A Canadian citizen has the right to, in federal elections, A, vote. B, know how to register. C, be a candidate. Or D, all of the above. The answer is D, all of the above. Citizens have the right to vote, register, and run as candidates in federal elections. Question 323. Which are responsibilities of local government? A, education, foreign policy, transportation. B, healthcare, resources, transportation. C, national defense, healthcare, transportation. Or D, social/community health, snow removal, transportation. The correct answer is D, social/community health, snow removal, transportation. Municipalities handle local services like snow removal. Question 324. Who has the right to ask you whom you voted for? A, no one. B, any other Canadian. C, your local MP. Or D, Prime Minister. The answer is A, no one. Voting is private and secret in Canada. Question 325. Which level passes laws called bylaws? A, provincial government. B, municipal governments. C, federal government. Or D, territorial governments. The correct answer is B, municipal governments. Municipal governments are the ones who pass bylaws. Question 326. Who can ask the Governor General to call an early election? A, Supreme Court. B, Senate. C, King or Queen. Or D, Prime Minister. The answer is D, Prime Minister. The Prime Minister may request an early election from the Governor General. Question 327. What should you do if you don't receive a voter card? A, call municipality. B, go to polling station. C, assume you can't vote. Or D, contact Elections Canada. The correct answer is D, contact Elections Canada. You should contact Elections Canada if you do not receive your voter card. Question 328. What are parties not in power called? A, Tea parties. B, opposition parties. C, rival parties. Or D, opponent parties. The answer is B, opposition parties. Non-governing parties are known as opposition parties. Question 329. How is the Prime Minister chosen? A, MPs vote. B, appointed by GG and Senate. C, appointed by monarch. Or D, leader of party with most MPs. The correct option is D, leader of party with most MPs. The leader of the party with the most seats becomes the Prime Minister. Question 330. When must federal elections be held? A, anytime PM calls. B, about every 4 years. C, when MPs want. Or D, third Monday in October every 4 years. The answer is D, third Monday in October every 4 years. Federal elections are fixed to occur every 4 years, on the third Monday of October. Question 331 asks, how many electoral districts are there in Canada? A, 178, B, 20, C, 308, or D, 99. The correct answer is C, 308. Canada is divided into 308 electoral districts. Question 332. Which party becomes the official opposition? A, selected by PM. B, fewest votes. C, second most seats. Or D, independent candidate. The answer is C, Second most seats. The party with the second most seats becomes the official opposition. Question 333 asks, electoral district means an MP is spending the weekend in which area? The options are A. Parliament Hill, B. Area where elected, C. Province, or D. Vacation. The correct answer is B. Area where elected. An electoral district is the area that the Member of Parliament represents. Question 334. How is government formed after an election? A. Provinces choose. B. Governor General selects party. C. Party with most MPs forms government. Or D. Monarch chooses Prime Minister. The answer is C. The party with the most members of Parliament, or seats, forms the government. Question 335 asks, after a federal election, which party forms the government? A. Party with most MPs. B. Monarch selects. C. Premiers select. Or D. Governor General proposes law. Again, the party with the most seats, or A. Party with most MPs, forms the government. Question 336. Are you required to tell others how you voted? A. Yes if family asks. B. Yes if MP asks. C. No, but you may choose to. Or D. Yes if Lieutenant Governor asks. The correct answer is C. No, but you may choose to. Your voting choice is private and secret. Question 337. Who do Canadians vote for federally? A. Local candidate. B. All candidates. C. Best speaker. Or D. Provincial premier. Federally, Canadians vote for A. Local candidate, who becomes their Member of Parliament. Question 338. When is Canada's fixed election date? A. September Friday. B. No fixed date. C. March 3rd. Or D. Third Monday in October every 4 years. The fixed election date is D. Third Monday in October every 4 years, although early elections can be called. Question 339. Who do MPs represent? A. People in electoral district. B. Neighborhood. C. Province. Or D. Northern Canada. The answer is A. People in electoral district. Members of Parliament represent the people in the area they were elected to serve. Question 340. What is the role of opposition parties? A. Report to monarch. B. Supervise government. C. Oppose or improve proposals. Or D. Regulate proposals. The primary role is C. Oppose or improve proposals. The opposition parties hold the government accountable and challenge its policies. Question 341. What is an electoral district? A. Area politicians live. B. Area politicians work. C. Area represented by MP. Or D. Voting location. An electoral district is C. Area represented by MP. Question 342. What do you mark on a ballot? A. Checkmark. B. X. C. Sticker. Or D. Thumbprint. You mark BX on a ballot to indicate your choice. Question 343 asks, what does the Register of Electors contain? A. Eligible Canadian voters. B. Willing voters. C. Opposition voters. Or D. People not allowed to vote. The Register of Electors contains A. Eligible Canadian voters. Question 344. What is a voter information card? A. Candidate list. B. Voting schedule letter. C. Where and when to vote. Or D. Register for voting. A voter information card tells you C. Where and when to vote. Question 345. When must a federal election be held? A. Monarch wants. B. Within 4 years. C. Within 5 years. Or D. Prime Minister decides anytime. Federal elections must be held B. Within 4 years of the previous general election, unless Parliament is dissolved earlier. Question 346. What does secret ballot mean? A. Officer can watch. B. Voter must not tell. C. Candidate watches. Or D. No one can watch or see vote. A secret ballot means D. No one can watch or see your vote. Voting is completely private. Question 347. Who can run as a candidate federally? A. Any man 18 plus. B. Canadian citizen 18 plus. C. Citizens and immigrants. Or D. Citizens 16 plus. To run as a candidate federally, you must be B. A Canadian citizen 18 plus. Question 348. What does it mean to be in power? A. Monarch approval. B. Most elected representatives. C. Generate electricity. Or D. Hold nuclear button. To be in power means the party has B, the most elected representatives, forming the government. Question 349. What is a ballot? A. Voting info form. B. Dance. C. Voting form. Or D. Vote counter. A ballot is C, a voting form used to cast your vote in an election. Question 350. What is a polling station? A. Place where you vote. B. Campaign office. C. Vote counting place. Or D. MP office. A polling station is A. The place where you cast your vote on election day. Question 351. What gives a Canadian the right to vote? A. Owning house. B. Being on voter's list. C. Driver's license. Or D. Being immigrant. You must meet the eligibility criteria, including B. Being on the voter's list, to exercise your right to vote. Question 352. What does the National Register of Electors contain? A. Landed immigrants. B. Eligible Canadian voters 18+. C. All citizens. Or D. Taxpayers. The National Register of Electors contains B. Eligible Canadian voters 18+. Question 353 asks, what is the voting procedure in Canada? The options are A. Anyway. B. Online. C. Secret ballot. Or D. Open ballot. The correct answer is C. Secret ballot. Voting is always done by secret ballot to ensure privacy and freedom of choice. Question 354. What is the trial court sometimes called? Is it A. The Civil Court. B. The Court of King's or Queen's Bench. C. The Small Claims Court. Or D. The Supreme Court? The correct answer is B. The Court of King's or Queen's Bench. In most provinces, the trial court is sometimes called the Court of Queen's Bench or the Supreme Court. Question 355. Which court deals with matters concerning the federal government? A. A provincial court. B. The Federal Court of Canada. C. A family court. Or D. A traffic court. The answer is B. The Federal Court of Canada. This court specifically deals with matters concerning the federal government. Question 356. In the Canadian justice system, what are the roles of the courts and the police? A. The courts make laws and the police enforce them. B. The courts enforce federal laws and the police enforce provincial laws. C. The courts enforce laws and the police settle disputes. Or D. The courts settle disputes and the police enforce laws. The correct option is D. The courts settle disputes and the police enforce laws. Courts are responsible for settling disputes while the police enforce the law. Question 357. In Canada's justice system, what does, quote, presumption of innocence mean? A. The Prime Minister can determine who is innocent. B. Everybody is guilty until proven innocent. C. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Or D. The judge can decide guilt without evidence. The answer is C. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is a foundational principle of Canada's judicial system. Question 358. If you cannot pay for a lawyer, how can you get legal help? A. Borrow money from the government. B. Go to legal aid services. C. Apply for government financial aid. Or D. Do not go to court. The correct choice is B. Go to legal aid services. Legal aid services are available free of charge or at low cost in most communities for those who cannot afford a lawyer. Question 359. What is the primary role of the police in Canada? A. To resolve disputes. B. To keep people safe and enforce the law. C. To provide intelligence. Or D. To conduct military missions. The answer is B. To keep people safe and enforce the law. This is the police's main responsibility in Canada. Question 360. Who among the following is above the law in Canada? A. Judges. B. Police. C. No one. Or D. Politicians. The correct answer is C. No one. The law in Canada applies equally to everyone, including judges, politicians, and the police. Question 361. Under Canadian law, why is every person presumed innocent until proven guilty? A. No one is above the law. B. Men and women are equal. C. Freedom of expression. Or D. To guarantee due legal process. The answer is D. To guarantee due legal process. Presumption of innocence is essential for ensuring legal rights are respected under the law. Question 362. What is part of our heritage under the Canadian legal system? A. All answers correct. B. Freedom under law. C. Democratic principles and due process, or D. Rule of law? The correct answer is A. All answers correct. Canada's legal heritage includes the rule of law, freedom under the law, democratic principles, and due process. Question 363. Which of the following is the highest court in Canada? A. A provincial court, B. Small claims courts, C. The Supreme Court, or D. The federal court? The answer is C. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of Canada is the highest court in the country. Question 364. What does the blindfolded Lady Justice symbolize? A. Blind to all considerations other than facts, B. Respect for legal rights, C. Presumption of innocence, or D. None of these? The correct answer is A. Blind to all considerations other than facts. The blindfold represents impartial justice, where decisions are based only on facts and evidence. Question 365. What is due process? A. The government must respect all legal rights. B. Rule of law and freedom. C. Impartial administration of laws, or D. None of these? The answer is A. The government must respect all legal rights. Due process ensures the government respects all legal rights a person is entitled to under the law. Question 366. What is another name for a trial court? A. The Court of Queen's Bench, B. The Federal Court, C. The Provincial Court, or D. The Small Claims Court? The correct answer is A. The Court of Queen's Bench. In most provinces, a trial court is sometimes called the Court of Queen's Bench, or the Supreme Court. Question 367. Who among the following can help you with legal problems? A. Politicians, B. Lawyers, C. Members of Parliament, or D. Police? The answer is B. Lawyers. They can help with legal issues and represent you in court. Question 368. Which courts are for civil cases involving small sums of money? A. The small claims courts, B. A trial court, C. A provincial court, or D. The federal court? The correct option is A. The small claims courts. These courts handle civil cases involving small amounts of money. Question 369. Who can disobey the law? A. The Prime Minister, B. The King, C. The Premier, or D. No one? The answer is D. No one. The law applies to everyone equally in Canada, and no one is above it. Question 370. In Canada, are you allowed to question the police about their service or conduct? A. Yes, B. No, C, or D? The answer is A. Yes. You have the right to question the police about their service or conduct if necessary in Canada. Question 371. What is the name of the Royal Anthem of Canada? Your options are Great Canada, O Canada, God Save the Queen, or King, and O Canada. The correct answer is C. God Save the Queen, or King. The Royal Anthem of Canada, God Save the Queen or King, honors the sovereign. Question 372. When is Canada Day? Is it November 5th, July 1st, June 30th, or July 31st? The answer is B. July 1st. Canada Day is celebrated on July 1st every year. Question 373. What are the two official languages of Canada? Options are Inuktitut and English, French and Inuktitut, English and French, or Mandarin and English. The correct option is C. English and French. English and French are Canada's two official languages. Question 374. When is Remembrance Day celebrated? Choose from the dates listed on the screen. The answer is C. Tuesday, November 11th. Remembrance Day is observed on November 11th. Question 375. What are the first two lines of Canada's national anthem? Review the options and select the correct lines. The answer is D. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love and all thy sons command. These are the first lines of O Canada. Question 376. What does the Canadian flag look like? Is it red with a white maple leaf, red and white with a bear, white with a red border and a red maple leaf in the center, or red and white with provincial emblems? The correct answer is C. White with a red border and a red maple leaf in the center. Canada's flag has a red border on each end and a red maple leaf in the center. Question 377. What does Canada's national motto, E mare usque ad mare, mean? Does it mean from sea to shining sea, from land to sea, from coast to coast, or from sea to sea? The answer is D, from sea to sea. The motto "E mare usque ad mare" means from sea to sea. Question 378. When was Canada's current flag raised for the first time? Was it 1921, 1965, 1949, or 1892? The correct year is B, 1965. The current Canadian flag was first raised in 1965. Question 379. What song is Canada's national anthem? Is it God Save the King or Queen, O Canada, or Great Canada? The answer is B, O Canada. O Canada was proclaimed as the national anthem in 1980. Question 380. Which animal is an official symbol of Canada? Is it the bear, moose, beaver, or snowbird? The official symbol is C, beaver. The beaver was adopted as a symbol centuries ago, including by the Hudson's Bay Company. Question 381. When is Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day celebrated? Is it November 12th, November 20th, November 22nd, or November 2nd? The correct date is B, 20th of November. Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day is observed on November 20th. Question 382. Which of the following best describes the sport of lacrosse? Is it the official winter sport, the second most popular sport, the official summer sport, or the most popular sport? The correct answer is C, the official summer sport. Lacrosse, first played by Aboriginals, is Canada's official summer sport. Question 383. What is the most popular spectator sport in Canada? Is it soccer, Canadian football, hockey, or basketball? The answer is C, hockey. Hockey is Canada's most popular spectator sport and national winter sport. Question 384. What is the tower in the center of the Parliament buildings called? Is it Peace Tower, Canada Tower, Peaceful Tower, or CN Tower? The correct answer is A, Peace Tower. The Peace Tower was completed in 1927 in memory of the First World War. Question 385. What is the highest honor available to Canadians? Is it the Queen's Medal, Elizabeth Cross, Victoria Medal, or Victoria Cross? The highest honor is D, Victoria Cross. The Victoria Cross, or VC, is the highest honor available to Canadians. Question 386. What does the crown mean for Canadians? Review the options and select the one that best describes the meaning. The correct answer is A, symbol of government including Parliament, courts, police, and armed forces. The crown symbolizes Canada's government institutions. Question 387. What is the significance of hockey in Canada? Is it the national summer sport? None of these. Most popular spectator sport and national winter sport? Or that Canada won gold in 2008? The significance is C, most popular spectator sport and national winter sport. Hockey is Canada's most popular spectator sport and national winter sport. Question 388. What does the Canadian crown symbolize? Is it Amari Usque ad Mare, symbols of England, France, Scotland, and Ireland, RCMP and National Police, or Canada as a constitutional monarchy? The correct answer is D, Canada as a constitutional monarchy. Canada is a constitutional monarchy, represented by the Crown. Question 389. Who is awarded the Victoria Cross? Is it A, Canadian politicians, B, police officers, C, best innovation, or D, a Canadian showing conspicuous bravery? The correct answer is D, a Canadian showing conspicuous bravery. The Victoria Cross is Canada's highest military honor, awarded for outstanding bravery or self-sacrifice. Question 390 asks, what is Canada's best-known symbol? A, the maple leaf, B, the beaver, C, the crown, or D, the fleur-de-lis? The best-known symbol is A, the maple leaf. It is Canada's most recognizable and enduring symbol. Question 391. When does Canada celebrate Thanksgiving? A, second Monday of October, B, first Friday of October, C, first Monday of September, or D, first Monday of July? Thanksgiving is celebrated on A, the second Monday of October in Canada. Question 392. What is the symbol of the Canadian government? A, the Parliament, B, the Crown, C, the national flag, or D, the snowbirds? The symbol of the Canadian government is B, the Crown. It represents Parliament, legislatures, courts, police, and armed forces. Question 393. Which sport has the greatest number of registered players in Canada? A, lacrosse, B. Soccer, C. Curling, or D. Basketball? The sport with the greatest number of registered players in Canada is B. Soccer. Question 394. When is Labor Day celebrated in Canada? A. 1st of July, B. 1st Monday of September, C. 1st of May, or D. 3rd Monday of October? Labor Day is observed on B. the 1st Monday of September. Question 395. What is celebrated on December 26th? A. Remembrance Day, B. Victoria Day, C. Boxing Day, or D. Canada Day? C. Boxing Day is celebrated on December 26th in Canada. Question 396 asks, what is Canada's national winter sport? A. Lacrosse, B. Basketball, C. Hockey, or D. Golf? Canada's national winter sport is C. Hockey. Question 397. What is the significance of the sport lacrosse in Canada? A. Most popular sport, B. Official winter sport, C. Ice game, or D. Official summer sport? Lacrosse is significant as D. the official summer sport of Canada, first played by Aboriginal peoples. Question 398. What is the last line of the national anthem? A. God keep our land glorious and free, B. The true north strong and free, C. O Canada. Our home and native land, or D. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. The last line of the national anthem, O Canada, is D. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Question 399. The arms that appear on dollar bills contain symbols of what? A. All answers correct, B. Scotland and Ireland, C. England and France, or D. Red maple leaves? The correct answer is A. All answers correct. The arms feature symbols of England, France, Scotland, Ireland, and red maple leaves. Question 400 asks, what are the colors of the Canadian flag? A. Blue and white, B. Red and white, C. Green and white, or D. Red and blue? The colors of the Canadian flag are B. Red and white. Question 401. How many Canadians have been awarded the Victoria Cross? A. 96, B. 500, C. 2, or D. 1222? The Victoria Cross has been awarded to A. 96 Canadians since 1854. Question 402. Which of the following is considered a Canadian icon? A. National flag, B. Crown, C. Snowbirds, or D. Arms? C. The Snowbirds, the 431 Air Demonstration Squadron, are considered a Canadian icon. Question 403. Which symbol was revived at Confederation and included in the Canadian Red Ensign? A. Maple leaf, B. Fleur-de-lis, C. Beaver, or D. Union Jack? The symbol revived at Confederation and included in the Red Ensign was B. The fleur-de-lis. Question 404. The Canadian crown refers to a physical crown owned by the Queen or King. A. True, or B. False? The statement is B. False. The crown is a symbol of the state in Canada, not a single physical crown. Question 405. The royal anthem of Canada starts with, O Canada, our home and native land. A. True, or B. False? The answer is B. False. The royal anthem is God Save the Queen, or King. Question 406. What is the official summer sport in Canada, which was also first played by Aboriginals? A. Curling, B. Basketball, C. Lacrosse, or D. Canadian football? C. Lacrosse is the official summer sport in Canada and was first played by Aboriginal peoples. Question 407 asks, which of the following answers is not true about the Canada-USA relationship? A. Canada and the USA share the longest undefended international border. B. Canada and the USA are the largest trading partners in the world. C. Canada exports very few goods to the USA. D. The Canada-USA relationship is the closest and most extensive in the world. The incorrect statement is C. Canada exports very few goods to the USA. In reality, Canada exports billions of dollars worth of products to the USA every year. Question 408. Who is Canada's largest trading partner? A. The United Arab Emirates. B. The United States of America. C. The United Kingdom. D. Mexico? The correct answer is B. The United States of America. The United States is Canada's largest international trading partner. Question 409. How much of Canada's exports are destined for the USA? A. Over 1/3. 1/3. B. Over 3/4. 3/4. C. Over 2/3. 2/3. D. Over half. 1/2. The answer is B. Over 3/4 or 3/4. Over 3/4 of Canadian exports go to the USA. Question 410. What are the three main types of industries in Canada? A. Natural resources, manufacturing, and services. B. Mining, services, and manufacturing. C. Oil, tourism, and manufacturing. D. Fishery, tourism, and services. The three main types of industries are A. Natural resources, manufacturing, and services. Canada's economy includes these service industries, manufacturing, and natural resources. Question 411. Which group of leading industrialized countries is Canada a part of? A. G2. B. G4. C. G8. D. NATO. Canada is a part of CG8. Canada is part of the G8, along with USA, Germany, UK, Italy, France, Japan, and Russia. Question 412. Which natural resource industries have played an important role in Canada's history and development? A. Forestry, fishing, agriculture, mining, and energy. B. Automobiles, aerospace, and finance. C. Tourism, government, and retail services. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. Forestry, fishing, agriculture, mining, and energy. These industries have shaped Canada's history and development. Question 413. In which type of jobs do most Canadians work? A. Service. B. Lumbering. C. Farming. D. Natural resources. Most Canadians work in A. Service jobs. More than 75% of Canadians work in service industries. Question 414. What is the main advantage of the NAFTA agreement? A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. B. Free trade between Canada and China. C. Free trade between Canada and the UK. D. Free trade between Canada and Japan. The main advantage of NAFTA is A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. NAFTA allows free trade between these three countries. Question 415. Why is trade with other countries important to Canada? A. Trade changed the native way of life. B. To increase trade and enjoy a high standard of living. C. Canada joined WTO. D. French and Aboriginal collaboration in fur trade. Trade is important. B. To increase trade and enjoy a high standard of living. Trade is essential for maintaining Canada's high standard of living. Question 416. What types of jobs are provided by service industries? A. Communications and retail services. B. Transportation and education. C. All answers are correct. D. Tourism and government. The correct choice is C. All answers are correct. Service industries provide jobs in transportation, education, healthcare, retail, communications, tourism, and government. Question 417. What is the meaning of the phrase, the world's longest undefended border? A. Canada exports billions of dollars worth of energy products to the USA. B. Canada enjoys close relations with the United States. C. Over 3/4 of Canadian exports are destined for the USA. D. Millions of Canadians and Americans cross the border safely every year. The meaning is D. Millions of Canadians and Americans cross the border safely every year, signifying peaceful relations. Question 418. What is the significance of the Peace Arch at Blaine, Washington? A. Symbolizes long history of conflict. B. Memorial for World War II soldiers. C. Symbolizes close ties and common interests. D. Marks the border between Canada and Mexico. The Peace Arch symbolizes C. Close ties and common interests between Canada and the USA. Question 419. What are the main agricultural products of Canada? A. Peanuts, rice. B. Rice, tomatoes. C. Cotton, tobacco. D. Fruits, wheat. Canada's main agricultural products are D. Fruits, wheat. Question 420. Which provinces are famous for their production of wheat? A. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, Quebec. B. Ontario, Prince Edward Island, Alberta. C. Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. D. Yukon Territory, Nova Scotia, Ontario. The provinces famous for wheat production are C. Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. These are major wheat-producing provinces. Question 421. What are the major exports of Canada? A. Rice, cotton, rubber. B. Rice, fruits, rubber. C. Marble, tin, fruits. D. Wheat, lumber, oil. The major exports of Canada are D. Wheat, lumber, oil. Question 422. Which three countries are in the NAFTA? A. Canada, Mexico, and the United States. B. Canada, USA, and UK. C. Canada, USA, and France. D. Canada, USA, and Japan. NAFTA includes A. Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Let's begin with question 423. Where is Canada located? A. Central America. B. Europe. C. North America. Or D. South America. The correct answer is C. North America. Canada is located in North America. Question 424 asks, how is Canada ranked in terms of geographical size in the world? A. Second largest country. B. Smallest country. C. Largest country. Or D. Seventh largest country. The correct answer is A. Second largest country. Canada is the second largest country on Earth, covering 10 million square kilometers. Question 425. How large is Canada? A. About 8 million square kilometers. B. About 10 million square kilometers. C. About 11 million square kilometers. Or D. About 9 million square kilometers. The answer is B. About 10 million square kilometers. Canada covers approximately 10 million square kilometers. For question 426, which oceans line Canada's frontiers? A. Pacific Ocean in the west. B. Atlantic Ocean in the east. C. Arctic Ocean to the north. Or D. All answers correct. The answer is D. All answers correct. Canada borders three oceans: Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic. Question 427. Which of the Great Lakes is the largest freshwater lake in the world? A. Lake Erie. B. Lake Ontario. C. Lake Huron. Or D. Lake Superior. The correct answer is D. Lake Superior. Lake Superior is indeed the largest freshwater lake in the world. Question 428. How many Great Lakes are located between Ontario and the United States? A. 5. B. 4. C. 7. Or D. 6. The answer is A. 5. These are Lake Ontario, Erie, Huron, Michigan, and Superior. Question 429 asks, can you name 5 Great Lakes between Canada and the US? See the options provided. The correct answer is B. The 5 Great Lakes are Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. Question 430. Which is the largest province in Canada? A. British Columbia. B. Northwest Territories. C. Quebec. Or D. Ontario. The largest province by area is C. Quebec. Question 431. Which territory shares a border with another country? A. British Columbia. B. Alberta. C. Northwest Territories. Or D. Yukon Territory. The correct answer is D. Yukon Territory. The Yukon Territory borders Alaska in the USA. Question 432. Which are Canada's 3 territories? Choose from the options listed. The 3 territories are B. Northwest Territories, Yukon Territory, and Nunavut. Question 433. Which was the last territory to join Canada? A. Northwest Territories. B. Nunavut. C. Yukon Territory. Or D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The last territory to join Canada was B. Nunavut, which was established in 1999. Question 434. Canada has 3 territories and how many provinces? A. 15, B. 13, C. 10, or D. 8. The answer is C. 10. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. Question 435. What are the territories of Northern Canada? A. Nunavut and Yukon Territory. B. Northwest Territories and Alaska. C. Yukon and Northwest Territories. Or D. Yukon Territory, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. The Northern Territories are D. Yukon Territory, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. Question 436. How much of Canada's landmass does the North take up? A. 1/3, B. 1/5, C. half, or D. 1/4. The North covers A. 1/3 of Canada's landmass. Question 437. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A. Nova Scotia, B. Quebec, C. Ontario, or D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Quebec. More than 3/4 of Quebec residents speak French as their first language. Question 438. More than 3/4 of the population in Quebec speak which language? A. French as a second language. B. French as a first language. C. German as a first language. Or D. English as a first language. The answer is B. French as a first language. Over 75% speak French as their first language. Question 439. How many speak French as their first language in Quebec? A. More than 50%. B. More than 90%. C. More than 30%. Or D. More than 70%. The correct option is D. More than 70%. More than 70% of Quebec residents speak French as their first language. Question 440 asks, most of the Francophones live in Quebec? A. True or B. False? The statement is A. True. The majority of Francophones in Canada live in Quebec. Question 441. Which Canadian province has the largest population? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. Or D. Alberta. The province with the largest population is A. Ontario. Ontario has over 12 million people, which is more than 1/3 of Canada's population. Question 442. What is significant about the number of people living in Ontario? A. They make up 2/3 of all Canadians. B. They make up 3/4 of all Canadians. C. They make up 1/3 of all Canadians. Or D. They make up half of all Canadians. The answer is C. They make up 1/3 of all Canadians. Ontario's population is over 1/3 of all Canadians. Question 443 asks, how many people live in Ontario? The options are 8 million, 18 million, 34 million, or 12 million. The correct answer is D. 12 million. Ontario has over 12 million residents. Question 444. What is the capital city of Ontario? Is it North York, Ottawa, Toronto, or Edmonton? The answer is C. Toronto. Toronto is the capital of Ontario. Question 445. What is Quebec's capital city? Is it Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, or Quebec City? The correct option is D. Quebec City. Quebec City is the capital of Quebec. Question 446. Where do more than half of the people in Canada live? Is it coastal Pacific, Atlantic Canada, prairies, or central Canada? The answer is D. Central Canada. Central Canada, comprising Ontario and Quebec, contains over half of the population. Question 447 asks, which two provinces produce more than 3/4 of Canada's manufactured goods? The options are Quebec and Manitoba, British Columbia and Ontario, Ontario and Quebec, or Alberta and Ontario. The correct answer is C. Ontario and Quebec. These two provinces produce most of Canada's manufactured goods. Question 448. Which northeastern Canadian province has its own time zone? Is it Alberta, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, or Prince Edward Island? The correct option is B. Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador has its own time zone. Question 449. Which province is on the western side of Canada? Is it Quebec, Manitoba, British Columbia, or Saskatchewan? The answer is C. British Columbia. British Columbia is on Canada's west coast. Question 450. Which Canadian province is the largest producer of oil and natural gas? Is it Quebec, Nova Scotia, Ontario, or Alberta? The correct answer is D. Alberta. Alberta is the largest oil and gas producer. Question 451. Which province is connected to mainland Canada by one of the longest continuous multi-span bridges in the world? Is it Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland and Labrador, Alberta, or Ontario? The answer is A. Prince Edward Island. Prince Edward Island is linked by the Confederation Bridge. Question 452 asks, which of the following is the oldest colony of the British Empire in Canada? Is it Quebec, Ontario, Alberta, or Newfoundland and Labrador? The correct option is D. Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador is Canada's oldest colony. Question 453. Which province has a long history of coal mining, forestry, and agriculture? The choices are Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, or Ontario. The answer is A. Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia has a long history of these industries. Question 454. Which province is known for having the world's highest tides in the Bay of Fundy? Is it Prince Edward Island, Ontario, Nova Scotia, or Newfoundland and Labrador? The correct option is C, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is famous for the Bay of Fundy's tides. Question 455 asks, what is Canada's largest city and main financial center? Is it Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, or Calgary? The answer is B, Toronto. Toronto is Canada's largest city and financial center. Question 456. Which are the 3 largest cities in Canada? The options are Victoria, Regina, Yellowknife, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, Edmonton, Quebec City, Toronto, or Vancouver, St. John's, Edmonton. The correct answer is B, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. These are the 3 largest cities in Canada. Question 457. Which territory is also home to the White Pass and Yukon Railway connecting to Alaska? Is it British Columbia, Alberta, Northwest Territories, or Yukon Territory? The answer is D, Yukon Territory. The White Pass and Yukon Railway connects Yukon Territory to Alaska. Question 458. What is the population of Canada? Is it about 32 million, 36 million, 34 million, or 40 million? The answer is C, about 34 million, according to the Discover Canada Guide, though current estimates are higher. Question 459. Which region covers more than 1/3 of Canada? Is it Northern Territories, Southern Region, Northern Region, or Southern Territories? The correct answer is A, Northern Territories. The Northwest Territories, Nunavut and Yukon, contain 1/3 of Canada's landmass. Question 460. Which province is one of the most productive agricultural regions in the world? Is it Manitoba, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, or Alberta? The answer is B, Saskatchewan. Known as the breadbasket of the world, Saskatchewan has 40% of the arable land in Canada. Question 461. What is the Okanagan Valley famous for? Is it coal mines, lakes and fishing, fruit orchards, or sunrises and sunsets? The correct option is C, fruit orchards. The Okanagan Valley is famous for its fruit orchards and wine industry. Question 462. Which region is known as the industrial and manufacturing heartland of Canada? Is it Atlantic provinces, Prairie provinces, Central Canada, or West Coast? The answer is C, Central Canada. Southern Quebec and Ontario, or Central Canada, are the industrial and manufacturing heartland. Question 463. What are the provinces of Central Canada? The options are A, Ontario and Quebec, B, Ontario and Alberta, C, Quebec and New Brunswick, or D, Alberta and Saskatchewan. The correct answer is A, Ontario and Quebec. More than half the people in Canada live in cities and towns near the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River in southern Quebec and Ontario. Question 464. Which region of Canada is known for its fertile agricultural land and energy resources? A, Central Canada, B, Quebec, C, Prairie provinces, or D, Maritime provinces? The answer is C, Prairie provinces. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta are the Prairie provinces, rich in energy resources and fertile farmland. Question 465. Which province in Canada is the smallest by land area? A, British Columbia, B, Prince Edward Island, C, Alberta, or D, New Brunswick? The smallest province is B, Prince Edward Island, known for its beaches, red soil, and agriculture. Question 466. Which 3 minerals are still mined in the territories today? A, lead, gold, and zinc. B, silver, lead, and zinc. C, zinc, gold, and bronze. Or D, zinc, lead, and aluminum. The correct answer is A, lead, gold, and zinc. There are also copper and diamond mines in the territories. Question 467. What is a major river in Quebec? A, Hudson Bay, B, Niagara River, C, Fraser River, or D, St. Lawrence River? The answer is D, St. Lawrence River. Nearly 8 million people live in Quebec, along or near this major river. Question 468. Why is the North sometimes called the land of the midnight sun? A, it is closer to the sun. B, the northern lights appear at midnight. C, it is nighttime most of the year. Or D, summer daylight can last up to 24 hours. The North is called the land of the midnight sun because D, summer daylight can last up to 24 hours. Question 469. 1/3 of all Canadians live in which province? A, Saskatchewan, B, Quebec, C, Alberta, or D, Ontario? The answer is D, Ontario. At more than 12 million, the people of Ontario make up more than 1/3 of Canadians. Question 470. What is the capital city of Canada? A, Ottawa, B, Victoria, C, Toronto, or D, Ontario? The capital city of Canada is A, Ottawa. It was chosen as the capital in 1857 by Queen Victoria. Question 471. Which province is Canada's largest producer of pulp and paper? A, Quebec, B, British Columbia, C, Saskatchewan, or D, Ontario? The answer is A, Quebec. Quebec is Canada's main producer of pulp and paper. Question 472. Which region is known as the Land of the Midnight Sun? A, Central Canada, B, the Northern Territories, C, the Prairies, or D, the Maritimes? The region known as the Land of the Midnight Sun is B, the Northern Territories, due to long summer daylight hours. Question 473. Why is British Columbia known as Canada's Pacific Gateway? A, because billions of dollars in goods are shipped to and from Asia, B, because it borders the Pacific Ocean, C, because many people of Asian origin live there, or D, because it attracts tourists year-round. British Columbia is Canada's Pacific Gateway because A, billions of dollars in goods are shipped to and from Asia. The Port of Vancouver handles a vast amount of global trade. Question 474. Who chose Ottawa as Canada's capital? A, Queen Elizabeth I, B, Queen Elizabeth II, C, Queen Victoria, or D, Queen Anne? Ottawa was chosen as the capital in 1857 by C, Queen Victoria. Question 475. Where are the Great Lakes located? A, Atlantic Canada, B, Manitoba, C, between Ontario and the United States, or D, Northern Quebec? The Great Lakes are located C, between Ontario and the United States. Question 476. What are the territories of Northern Canada and their capital cities? A, Yukon Territory, Whitehorse, Northwest Territories, Yellowknife, and Nunavut, Iqaluit. B, Northwest Territories, Yellowknife, and Alaska, Juneau. C, Northwest Territories, Yellowknife, or D, Alaska, Juneau, and Yukon Territory, Whitehorse? The answer is A, Yukon Territory, Whitehorse, Northwest Territories, Yellowknife, and Nunavut, Iqaluit. Question 477. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A, Quebec, B, Prince Edward Island, C, Nova Scotia, or D, Ontario? Most French-speaking Canadians live in A, Quebec. More than 3/4 of Francophones reside there. Question 478. Which three oceans border Canada? A, Hudson, Pacific, and Atlantic, B, Atlantic, Arctic, and Bering, C, Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic, or D, Atlantic, Arctic, and Pacific? Canada is bordered by D, Atlantic, Arctic, and Pacific Oceans. Question 479. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A, New Brunswick and Quebec, B, Alberta and Quebec, C, Manitoba and Quebec, or D, Manitoba and Alberta? Ontario shares land borders with C, Manitoba, and Quebec. Question 480. On what date did Nunavut become a territory? A, April 1st, 1999, B, May 1st, 1998, C, July 1st, 1867, or D, July 31st, 1820? Nunavut was established on A, April 1st, 1999. Question 481. Which province is on the Pacific coast of Canada? A, Nova Scotia, B, Alberta, C, New Brunswick, or D, British Columbia? D, British Columbia is Canada's westernmost province on the Pacific coast. Question 482. Which province is recognized as the birthplace of Confederation? A, New Brunswick, B, Prince Edward Island, C, Nova Scotia, or D, Ontario? B, Prince Edward Island is recognized as the birthplace of Confederation. Let's continue with question 483. When did thousands of miners first come to Yukon? A, 1870s, B, 1980s, C, 1780s, or D, 1890s? The correct answer is D, 1890s. Thousands of miners came to the Yukon during the gold rush of the 1890s. Question 484. What are the provinces of the Atlantic region? A. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Quebec. B. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Quebec. C. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. Or D. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Ontario, and Quebec. The answer is C. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. The Atlantic provinces are Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Question 485. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario, B. Alberta, C. Quebec, or D. British Columbia. The correct answer is D. British Columbia. BC has the most valuable forestry industry in Canada. Question 486. Which country lies on Canada's southern border? A. Central America, B. Mexico, C. Michigan, or D. United States of America. The answer is D. United States of America. Canada shares its southern border with the United States. Question 487. What are the prairie provinces? A. Saskatchewan and Manitoba, B. Alberta, Manitoba, and British Columbia, C. Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba, or D. Saskatchewan and Alberta. The prairie provinces are C. Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba. Question 488. Which two provinces are on the Atlantic coast of Canada? A. British Columbia and Yukon, B. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, C. Newfoundland and British Columbia, or D. Prince Edward Island and Ontario. The correct option is B. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. These provinces are on the Atlantic coast, along with Newfoundland and PEI. Question 489. More than half of Canada's aeronautics and space industry is located in which province? A. Saskatchewan, B. Ontario, C. Quebec, or D. Manitoba. The answer is C. Quebec. Quebec leads in industries such as aeronautics and pharmaceuticals. Question 490. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? A. 8 provinces and 3 territories. B. 10 provinces and 2 territories. C. 9 provinces and 2 territories. Or D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. Canada has D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. Question 491. Which province is Canada's leading wheat producer? A. Manitoba, B. New Brunswick, C. Alberta, or D. Saskatchewan. The leading wheat producer is D. Saskatchewan, also known as the, quote, breadbasket of the world. Question 492. Which city provides important shipping and air links across the Pacific Ocean? A. Victoria, B. Calgary, C. Edmonton, or D. Vancouver. The correct city is D. Vancouver. The Port of Vancouver is Canada's largest and busiest for Pacific trade. Question 493. What are the regions of Canada? A. West, North, South, East, Central. B. West Coast, Central, East, Canadian Shield, and South. C. Atlantic, North, Central, Prairies, and West Coast. Or D. Rockies, Ontario, Quebec, Prairies. Canada's 5 distinct regions are C. Atlantic, North, Central, Prairies, and West Coast, also referred to as the Northern Territories. Question 494. Which ocean is Newfoundland closest to? A. Atlantic, B. Pacific, C. Labrador Sea, or D. Arctic. The correct answer is A. Atlantic. Newfoundland is closest to the Atlantic Ocean. Question 495. Which two are Great Lakes? A. St. Lawrence and Superior, B. Ontario and Okanagan, C. Michigan and Okanagan, or D. Huron and Erie. The 2 Great Lakes listed are D. Huron and Erie. The Great Lakes also include Superior, Michigan, and Ontario. Question 496. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? A. Ontario, B. Quebec, C. Nova Scotia, or D. New Brunswick. The answer is D. New Brunswick. New Brunswick is Canada's only officially bilingual province. Question 497. Which province is Canada's largest producer of hydroelectricity? A. British Columbia, B. Manitoba, C. Ontario, or D. Quebec. The largest producer of hydroelectricity is D. Quebec, thanks to its abundant fresh jungle.